Alright, so everyone's ready. Let's switch. Boom! We're live.
Sweet. What's up, everyone?
Everyone, it's the May 4th, 2019, and it's once again. Is it like our third Scrum meeting? Is number 3? Consistency.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, I'm even live. Falco cannot see me in the Hangouts, but at least I have the on the webcam on the on the live stream. So
Oh, shit,
yeah,
nice. I forgot
there is
about that.
also
Okay.
I'm on the live stream. Also, there is a chat. So we have all of our platforms. I think.
Oh yeah, last time, if you're on Facebook, sorry, like we could not get this fucking thing to work on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we did stream last week, and if you're on Facebook and you didn't get to see it, it's on. It got archived to YouTube, so you can go watch it there.
Yeah. So okay. So let's see if who can actually. Let's see if we have people watching. If we have someone already typing, because I'm not sure if I got the live stream all correctly.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
Mob Crash is working.
Well, I was hoping that since we were taking so long, that like Jacob or Jeremy would drop by now, but I guess not.
I was
Move on.
Falco actually waiting to gather more people to start bitching about it, because if I start too early, then people might miss it. And I wouldn't want to miss this joinus moment. I think it's going to be
Right.
I think it's going to be very nice. Okay, so
All right, sweet.
Twitch
Yeah, we're good.
Twitch can see us. What about Facebook and YouTube? Falco, can you check Facebook?
Yeah, I checked Facebook. I didn't check YouTube.
Also working?
Fuck. Oh no, let me check YouTube.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
My channel.
I'm gonna send a link to Mob Crash in
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. I think we're all good.
general.
Yeah.
Okay, let me send in general.
So guys, you're lucky I'm here this week because my wife's due date for our son was day before yesterday. So like she could literally pop like right this second while I'm on stream. I gotta run to the hospital.
Yeah.
I've been having to get a bunch of shit ready for our kid. But that means that I get a lot of paternity leave because she's about to give birth and shit, which is gonna be awesome for ES. I got a bunch of books and shit pulled out for some renderer work I'm gonna be doing over that time.
Alright, sending to literally everyone on Discord. Yeah, but I'm covering for you, Falco, so if you have to run, I got you covered.
Oh yeah, you hear like a woman in the background like, "Oh my god!" and fuck, and I just run away. That's why.
Yeah. So.
Dude, I realize how fucked up this shirt. Look at this
Holy
shirt.
fuck!
I've worn this to fucking work, dude, and I didn't know it. I my big ass arms cover it, but like, fucking hell, man.
Dude, what the fuck? Have you got no shame?
No, dude.
Yeah. Alright, so we're slowly gathering people. So I guess let's I don't know, should we do the bitching first or should we do the reporting first?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I wanted to bring up some of Jacob's shit to kind of talk about some of the stuff that I'm about to be doing. Because Jacob's shit is actually a pretty good scenario
right,
demonstrating shit that I still need to do.
Please do.
Let's see. Let me fucking.
Ooh.
So that's cool, but
it needs
want
more
like,
dimensionality.
It needs a lot. Yeah, and it probably like a linear haul like this, but I don't want most of the hauls to be that linear. This I was a lot more excited about.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously needs a whole lot more detail and shit, but like.
Yeah, obviously.
He did that so well in 3D. Like, I think if we really, especially with the. Basically, I'm going to try to get rid of the maximum map size and add the 3-layer restriction, you know, so he can do full 3D voxels everywhere.
The one thing that I would like to caution everyone though, especially Jacob, because it seems like just be cautious because most of the like almost every single screen that I so far seen from him is very zoomed out, and like this is not how you would play, because like if you think about the Julian
Yeah,
screen,
yeah, yeah. That's a good
so
point.
like because the problem, like the problem that I've noticed is that if you look at the if you look at the games with similar art style to ours, and if you look at those maps at the same zoom out, you can really see the asset repetition there. And while granted, that's a very empty, that's a very empty map, which like it doesn't even have all of the things that could be added that are currently on, not to mention all of the things that are currently working on, which I'll be actually talking currently, but still it's like that's just like too much of a zoom out.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot more zoomed in.
But yeah, it for sure needs, like you can see even on this one that you opened, there is a lot more dimensionality, even though they don't have all the 3D jumpiness that we have.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, dude. Chrono Trigger was like the best fucking shit ever. At like, see this? They didn't have elevation or fucking anything, but like they made all this 3-dimensional looking shit. Yeah, for
and
sure.
I will look. Like I'm pretty sure we have bridges. I'm pretty sure I've made bridges. If they're not exported, then I will export them. In the mines, and I think I will start.
Oh, dude, I would love to have some kind of like water inside of it that we could use.
So actually,
like,
is there something else that you want to talk about Jacob's stuff? Because I actually have a really nice segue into next topic.
As far as Jacob's work, not really anything off the top of my head. I'm sure I'll think of some random shit while we're discussing or whatever.
Sweet. All right. Shit. Wait. Livestream. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to be on Hangouts. Yeah, I misclicked and wait. What is?
Is Marcel's level editor still crashing? I wouldn't know. I'm not using that. I'm not using it anymore.
Falco, you're still live streaming your mob crash.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Okay, so meanwhile,
we'll pass Marcel's editor.
Okay, so meanwhile, actually, let me check here. I was okay. So Falco, check this on iStream. I sent you the link on the.
Oh right, I stopped
yeah.
it.
There is links sent in our dev chat, but this is something that I've been working long. Pardon me for dying. This is something that I've been working quite a while ago. Fuck, I don't remember. I think it was like when I was traveling from States to Poland, and I had a bunch of downtime time when I had to do some writing. So it's basically like journals of one of the scientists that was leading expedition from Polytechnic.
Wait. Where is this? Where the fuck are you talking about?
Let me send.
Journal of Scientists.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were talking about the level.
No. I'm actually talking about lore a bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is because like Jeremy prompted me to find it again. So I was actually like reviewing it, and I updated it with because this is like an old piece of thing, but it's still pretty valuable thing that's it's gonna be in game, and we're talking about doing some audio dramas about it and stuff like that. But it's actually a very detailed description of Loren biome from a scientist point of view. So there is plenty of really nice things. Like I forgot the stuff that I was putting here, and so I'll be now adding some of the details, like miners camp and like this abandoned archaeological camp of like tents and crates of equipment. Like I have some of that stuff already in, but I'm gonna be expanding on that.
Right. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. We should totally do that.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm gonna be doing next week.
We probably want to show them the Trello board, just like want me to. Do you want to?
I was just about. So there is also
I'm worried that if I do it, I'm gonna lag.
No, don't worry. I'm live streaming right now, and I'm showing. So there is our public Trello board, to which you guys can have an access. There is a description. There should be description in the link. If there isn't,
yeah.
Sorry.
So this, you can get a better idea of what we're doing. It's so that you can see like the progress being made on ES, and what tasks people are doing like in real time. You know what I mean? And you can comment on it or whatever the fuck. You know, so you can see what everyone on the team is working on.
Yeah, and
Yeah, hopefully see that. You can follow along and shit. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
yeah, I don't have a better way to share the link right now than to just.
Right now, I'm probably working on a bunch of clusterfuck looking shit, but don't worry about it. On paternity leave, it's gonna be a lot better. Like in a few days when our kid comes out, I'm not gonna be working on like fucking weird ass CI shit.
Wait, Trello text. Because I have like no fucking way of sharing the Trello text, Trello link easily now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna
dude,
fucking
right.
like put some text on Livestream right now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Gotcha.
That's such a listed
sounds
way of
good.
doing it, but whatever. Trello URL.
Well, it's also a way so if any artists or anyone want to join the team, you know, you can see kind of our workflow or you know what we need done, and you could be like, hey, look what I did.
Alright, so there is our Trello URL. Rested way. Oh my god, this is such a horrible way. If they have to type it out. Guys, just like I'm gonna also post it. It should be in the description or it's in the fucking Discord. Like you can ask us on the fucking Discord. We can send you always the link. So yeah, don't fucking bother typing that out. Holy shit. It was like the random string of numbers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, the things that I've been working on, it's speaking about art and stuff like that. So there are the current blockers that we just have to get rid of ASAP. I divided them in half. Half of them went to pretam, which is basically this. The other one was this.
Freedom
Yeah.
totally understands this and is
Yeah, so I basically
he knows to follow the Trello actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
yeah, so yeah,
Awesome.
we still need to set up pretam with Git and toolkit and stuff like that and Trello. But currently, currently I was just like,
I set him up sort of,
okay,
but I gotta give him.
all right. I mean, it's
He set up accounts on both. I just need to give him permissions
yeah,
real quick. I'll do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Right now I just send the stuff directly to him. And so I sent him the PSD file, PSD master file of the zone that he was supposed to be working on, and I sent him a list of.
I'm not sharing him.
Wait, I am screen sharing. I can go back to you.
No. I'm.
No, you're not screen sharing. You're not screen sharing. It's your webcam on.
Right.
Plus, remember, it's me who live streaming, so I actually control the flow of information.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that shit.
Which is actually dangerous for me because I have only one screen. But hey.
Dude, I forgot the fucking on GitLab we have like we have there's GitLab groups. And, like the groups are like ES internal open source, and they have descriptions like open source group for collaborating on soon to be open source libraries and frameworks used by the ES software suite. One of them is ES software and ES assets, which is what you are, and it just says big dick players.
Sounds like a good description.
Sorry, yeah, that's the group board for GitLab. It's just hilarious that companies like AMD. Well, AMD doesn't use it, but other people use GitLab. I wonder what they would think of our GitLab.
Dude, honestly, I will. Dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was talking with.
Oh, dude, Freedom has asset access.
Holy shit! All right, okay.
I set him up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, so I need
does he have? He probably doesn't have design doc access.
All right, I will think it out. I sent him the concept art, and I sent him also the master file. So, and I also said like, dude, any questions, let me know. Plus, I'm gonna be doing art review with him anyway, so don't worry about it. Yeah, Falco, don't worry.
Okay, cool. By the way, I'm gonna be here working a lot more this month, like while Loren's there. So if you ever want to hang out and chat and work on some shit,
yeah,
I'll be in chat a lot more and a lot more active.
I will do my best. I still because I'm just basically dying throughout the weekend, throughout the week. But weekends are better, and I'm working on stabilizing everything. So, I'm doing well, and I will try to be more in chat, because yeah,
cool.
I haven't been too active on the fucking Discords, but I will try to do my best now.
Oh, you've been a lot better actually. So it's
Yeah,
whatever.
that is progress. But yeah, anyhow, don't worry about Pritam. Art-wise, I will get sorted everything and I'll be on his ass.
Okay, actually, I just added Freedom to the design doc. So.
All right. Okay, so
Jenkins.
yeah.
You didn't add him to Jenkins, did you, Psych Boy? Dude.
I don't have anything for admin there, so no. But you
Okay.
already gave him the link. He set up an account, but he just needs permission.
But he needs permission, so okay. Alright.
He was telling me he wasn't quite sure what Jenkins is for as well. I mean, I'll let him know a brief overview.
Yeah, okay, the only time you might ever need to use Jenkins is if I fuck up the master build of the toolkit in Dropbox so badly that he needs to grab an older build, you know, because I accidentally fucked up the stable build.
Oh really?
That's really when like asset people like Patrick would need to get into GitLab. Or if he renamed a bunch of fucking asset files and caused the engine to shit itself in the unit tests, you know? He might have to go fix some tests if he moved a bunch of shit around. So yeah, he still needs to be in there. Let's see. Yeah, artists have to get used to breaking the build, but yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm also about to get a lot easier to work on. It's about to get like a brand new UI when you break the build and shit. It's gonna be so much easier instead of having to like dig through bullshit, you know.
there is a comment from Facebook, Falco, very relevant. Bradley Rattler, sorry for butchering her name. Do you have documentation for graphic standards for those that want to participate? This way, artists can submit meaningful messages as to not waste too much time for making something that won't get used.
Oh fuck, damn, dude, that's like that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, it's yeah. So this is on me. So basically, yeah, there is no specific art documentation because there wasn't yet need for something like this. If you want to participate, message me directly on Discord and we'll sort everything. I can send you some mocks of current Elysian Shadows UI and we can discuss anything about it. So basically our animation system is really complex. So if you're willing to participate in that, you have my respect from the get-go. But yeah, basically the documentation is you talk with me and we sort everything on case-by-case basis. As in, first you ask me and I will show you, hey, here is how our current art assets are looking, here is how everything works, is this something that you would be interested in participating in, and or, because remember I trained, I'm in Elysian Shadows, how long, Falco? Am I in Elysian Shadows now, by now? Like 6-7 years? Yeah. Yep. And there has been a lot of artists throughout this time. And at our height, we had 4 other artists, which, and that's why I got the title of lead artist, because there used to be a bunch of other artists I had to manage. So I don't really, I don't really mind teaching you up to the point. Like, we can go through this as long as it takes until you gave up. Usually people gave up. I don't know what it says about my skills as a teacher. Okay, but actually with some people we parted ways on really nice basis. I mean, you know, Lorenzo, we're still on a good relations. He just had to take care of his life more. He wasn't as suicidal as we were. Also with, you know, Elpida. Dude, Elpida is doing fucking great. She's interning now as a 3D artist. Didn't you?
I gave Freedom permissions. Someone asked a question, so I've only been following ES development for 2 weeks now. Are we real-time action combat, like Secret of Mana, or turn-based like most RPGs? We're actually real-time action combat. We almost went turn-based when we first started because it's way the fuck easier to do that, but no, we're real-time action. And it's a pain in the ass. No, seriously, it made the engine so much more complicated. But in a way, it was like we were already creating such a powerful engine, you know, with like the platform and mechanics and like the physics, you know, the physics were a big thing, you know. Do we have a physics engine in our game, you know? Do we really want like, oh, you touch a guy, you get transferred to a different battle screen and just turn-based battle, or do we want, you know, real interactive environments with the physics engine and stuff. So that's way harder, but we're going real time. But real time is a lot easier to fuck up too, though, for real. Because real time, if it's shitty, it goes into button slasher area. Turn based, like Pokemon's a pretty good game. That has nothing else,
Yeah.
Doesn't have much complexity in terms of combat.
Also, there is the bitch of a fact that animations actually have to be really tight with.
So it's not just harder on programming either. Yeah, it's like exponentially harder on art.
Yeah, because like essentially, if you want to tweak, tweak the feel of the attack, you have to tweak the animation of it, and that's such a bitch. Like if you you want to tweak the hitbox of the attack, you have to tweak the animation of it. So it's a constant art, like a game design art, ping pong bullshittery.
Right. Dude, have you seen the new model MacBook Pro with the touchpad up here?
Dude, yeah, we have those at our offices.
I figured out how to use this touchpad the other day. I'm adding support for libgyro for ES. At least in ESTK, like, you can have the toolbar buttons for playing the engine, and stepping ahead one frame or stopping the engine. You know what I mean?
Dude,
up
how
here.
many pixels do you have? Height wise.
You actually have a shitload. Let me check. The resolution's pretty high.
Could you put like?
It's like a
could you put like a EVMU there?
Yes, dude. That's what I wanted to do. Oh yeah. No, it's definitely high enough resolution to run a VMU. I only need 32 by 48, dude. You could have.
I got so excited. I got red on my face.
Yeah, I know. You can have a Dreamcast emulator. With how Dreamcast is 4-player, each player can have 2 VMUs connected. You can have like 8 fucking VMUs running up here with like a Dreamcast emulator. Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome. That'd be awesome.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Dude. Holy crap.
That'd be pretty. Yeah, actually, I at first I didn't really think that toolbar was that good, but no, dude, like Qt fucking Creator. You guys who don't think Qt Creator is the best, in Qt Creator, dude, the debugger is up here, so I can go to debug my app, and I can push. My shit's not building right now, but I can push compile, step into, step out of. I can debug on this toolbar. It's pretty fucking slick, So we want that to be accessible from ESTK and from the engine. Like I don't know what the fuck we'll put on there yet, but something cool. Something cool, like a quick menu. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I just fucking figured out what I can do. Check it out on the stream in a sec. I can put all of our fucking. Let me check a better font.
Loading.
Text color. Can I have a black? Actually, white. Can I have a border? Oh, background color, yes. Sorry. I'm trying to do editing on stream and that's not working. Okay. Because I have like white text and I'm trying to do something so it's not like completely white. But I like put all of our weekly Scrum points on stream.
Nice. That's good. Oh, we had a couple other things to talk about. Maybe I don't want to like put too much on him. Maybe have someone who wants to port. No, okay, I don't want to tell people that because I want people to be able to steal our idea if they like that idea.
Huh.
And it doesn't, and we don't get time to do this. It wouldn't be me doing it, it'd be another fan-driven project, but I'll wait till they commit to it before I say it publicly so someone doesn't just steal that fucking idea from us. But we want the guy with the comic books who wanted to do the comic book for us was asking if we wanted to meet up to like talk about some of his ideas.
Yeah, totally. We need to set up a date before, like pretty soon. Like ideally before 10th, because 14th I'm leaving to States and I want to focus on
Yeah, we
the-
should do that. Someone posted this on my wall, like that's a finished product or something, which is pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah,
you know,
it is
like
fucking cool.
so like that would actually be fucking sweet. You know, we could set something up with him. We should just see if he'll join like Discord or something, and then just all chill. You know, for a
Yeah,
few.
totally. I just got fucking notification about our live stream on my phone. Nice.
Oh, nice.
So I guess now everyone gets the phone notifications.
So someone wants to do a comic for ES that would be, we could do something like either the intro to ES and like give you a background of like our lore and like storyline and really atmosphere and environment and like ambience and shit before we get to play the game.
Oh,
Establish.
Oh shit, Falco, check the Facebook chat. Bradley, it seems like Bradley is applying to be a level designer. Huh.
Where the fuck?
Also, you're live streaming right now. For screen sharing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. We're looking for people that will help us flesh out some of these levels. We're looking for like talent. We're looking for talented people who can help either do art for the levels or help figure out what tiles need to be done, you know, to create the levels, and someone who can work iteratively, you know, because ES, you probably want to be familiar with like Chrono Trigger and some of those games, but those games don't really have the exploration factor or the platforming factor that we want, you know. So you would want to take the basis of games like that and then consider games like Mario RPG, you know. But anyway, we would work together on making levels that really fit our combat system, you know, in our engine. But that's where I would start off, is people who feel like you understand like what made levels of like Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana great, but you know, also what made levels from Zelda fucking better, you know, because that's really where we want to go.
Our current workflow in terms of level design is as follows. I'm making I made long time ago concept arts for all of the most of the biomes. So one of them is still not fleshed out. So one of the biomes is untouched, but the rest of them are concept arted. And then I'm doing the base pixel art for it, which is basically translating the concept into the level, which is usually, you know, it's like a 1, 2, or 3 scenes that I can think of, and that's usually enough to build a very basic level. You know, you have like walls, some decorations, and then basically your job as a level designer will be to go in, start building levels, start having ideas about what could be done based on our established lore, or like if we don't have something, then you just create more lore if you want, or if you don't want, then you request. And basically you think out what other tiles would you need from me, what other art assets, and then I'm making them, or ideally Pritam once he gets some more time for ES. Pritam does, and I'm being relegated to animation, enemies, and technical art and you know, effects, because that's something that we're really missing on that front. I think we're sort of missing on the special effects. Like there is a lot of, because we have all of that tech that we're just not using, because there was like not much time for me to do it, because I was always like rushing with the art assets. That's the downside of having graphically, like with all of the fancy tricks of time saving and making the most of the little that we have, there is still like the unfortunate reality of we have 7 biomes and only 1 artist. Yeah. I mean, now Pritam is joining, but he's still ramping up. So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if we can get Pritam more on the, if we can get like another level designer or two, and you know, Pritam or another artist to do the static ones, and I can stick to the animations and effects and technical art and, you know, fancy tricks, that'll be kind of cool.
I happen to feel like level design is one of the really important aspects of this game, just because we have so many aspects of so many different genres in it, that it could either be like, you know, the platforming elements for the real-time mechanics become button mashy and like repetitive and they're half-assed, you know, or this could be
I mean,
like
you essentially have to know how to do
really good, you know. It's a lot riskier to do
you
it
have
like
to
this.
know how to design RPG arenas, and it's RPG with physics engine. So
Yeah, it's pretty
honestly, the closest RPG I can think of is imagine Skyrim but multiplayer and from top-down perspective, because you do have physics interactions.
Well, one thing we were talking about with the dungeons the other day is, all right, let's be honest. Think about all the really good 2D RPGs you've played. Like, do you remember, like, you go in a cave or you go in a dungeon? Do you really remember much of the dungeon? You know, how much of exploring that dungeon in the RPG was a linear progression of hallways versus something like Legend of Zelda where you're in the fucking fire temple, you know, and like you're going back to new places with like different keys and going back, you know, like there's a central area and you're going back to that central area to unlock shit, you know, and you're running around back and forth to places, you know. That's a much more memorable experience that I think especially 2D RPGs kind of don't do such a good job of giving areas like that. That I think with an engine like what we have for ES, we could give it a lot more personality, a lot more detail, you know, to make each room feel more, I don't know, more unique, you know, make the dungeons feel a lot more like Zelda, you know, where you get to the boss and you get like a warp back to the beginning and shit. And, you know, it's this cool dungeon where each one feels different instead of them just feeling hallways. Hallways where all you're doing is battling and grinding monsters. You know, I feel like RPGs actually are not the best games at doing that.
And the same goes, like, really the same goes for the towns. Like, this is something that I feel like I'm not... I didn't really experience much in JRPGs. I experienced it mostly in Western RPGs, where Western RPGs have really fucking amazing towns. For example, Gothic 2, Korinis, I still fucking remember that town. I still can like recite half of the idle chatter in it. Witcher 3, like again, dude, even fucking GTA San Andreas. I remember the layout of those streets.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So you know, like this is something to take the cue in, like to not only like to design interesting level geometry that isn't just a flat samey plane with the same art assets over again, but also something that has, you know, interesting characters in there and interesting events. So basically, I'm really hoping I can soon close the like asset making and start going into like making more NPCs and writing and putting what I wrote in game with our dialect system and shit, because you know we have all those systems developed. It's time to start, you know. Putting it all together.
For sure we do. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, dialogue's really fucking fun. Someone wants the Discord link.
Falco, can you do it? Because if I gonna start switching my browsers.
Is that Facebook, I think?
Yeah,
right?
it's on Facebook. I can, you know how to get the link, right?
I got it. Let's see.
No, I sent it also in there.
I'll probably be up late tonight working on ES too, so after the stream. So after Loren bitches for me to get off the stream, to eat dinner or whatever, I'll actually probably be right back, just working on
I think I'm gonna... I'm gonna stay online for like an hour and do some Pixar. Finish up my blockers list.
Oh, come on, man. Facebook's not loading.
Oh shit, another thing that I would forgot if I did not remember right now. In addition to, you know, so we talked about public Trello, we talked about Loren Mines, we talked about art blockers. I still need to show the art assets actually. Before we go into macOS Mojave update and Jenkins CI Pipelines, I just wanted to announce that I'm gonna be starting pen and paper RPG sessions on our Elysian Shadows Discord, and I will talk with the players, but I will try to exert a lot of peer pressure to make them agree to live stream. So basically, I want to make traditional I want to make traditional RPG tabletop sessions with our
He wants to play D&D with ES
with fans
areas.
in the world of
Yeah,
in the world of ES. And I hope to
Yes.
live stream it. I hope it's gonna be something that's very fun for everyone involved. I hope it's gonna be interesting to
Yeah, I'll definitely
yeah.
spectate. For
I hope it's gonna be
sure.
interesting to listen to, and I think it's gonna be really fucking useful to flesh out the world of Elysian Shadows, because we have a lot of it written down, but it's gonna help to sort of play it through with players and polish it out. So you know that's gonna be fun. Okay.
Yes, the more nuanced aspects of like some of the areas, we don't quite have that fully fleshed. So yeah, that would be
Yeah,
good.
I mean, just for adding like random NPCs or like small side quests, like, especially like, you know, because we have such a nice and systematic approach to all the things, like making more of this, more like quote unquote more of the same, as in like if you have like, you know, more quests when you talk with people and then you acquire some items, like making this really isn't hard. Making more NPCs. Once I had like, the more I have, the more I can do, because I can start mix and matching, because I have modular system for the skeletons. So you know the sky is a fucking limit at this point.
Right.
So like we can have a lot of breadth and depth without a lot of cost.
Right.
Which channel pings the live stream, Bradley? Every channel. What do you mean? Which channel pings the live stream? We are reading your comments right now. Does he want to get? Maybe he wants to get on the channel, on the live stream. Shit, Falco, send him the Hangouts link.
Oh. Okay, I can do that. Let me fucking. Fuck. Where's this link? Okay, here we go. Copy link to share.
Next time I'm gonna start including Hangouts link in the description and
Yeah,
Discord.
I guess so. People were being more shy, so we just kind of stopped including more. Okay, alright, I just posted.
I mean, we're slowly getting professional in terms of like those live streams.
We are.
There is progress. Come on. So yeah, Bradley, if you want to join us,
dude, it is so hot in my room up here, dude. Oh my god, I'm just like brushing off all the sweat up
dude,
here.
it's fucking cold in here.
Is it?
Also, dude, check it out. Corporate chill out today.
What happened?
Corporate chill out. Ah, shit, you will have to see on the stream. I have my company shirt.
Oh, nice.
Check on the stream. I'm gonna be showing it.
Oh, I see why you're saying we're professional now, because we have a fucking overlay of shit we're just. Oh, that.
I know,
shit,
right,
that is
dude?
Damn. Okay, I didn't know we were that kind of team.
I mean,
okay.
told you, man. Like I tried. I mean, like I've got rested for a while, so I'm trying to make up for it. Appreciate me, goddammit.
Which Discord channel will equally get our attention?
Everyone.
Oh.
I mean, we're basically browsing everywhere. If you want to get our attention, just like
Yeah,
add
we're
us.
pretty good at all of them. Backers probably get priority, but we're pretty good at everything.
I mean, to be fair, the best, like literally the best way to get my
Most of our,
yeah.
No, I was gonna say most of our development's on Discord, you know,
Yeah.
so we're pretty good at.
Yeah, we're sticking
Fine,
there
I'm
on
just-
Discord, and
That's where we're working anyway, like as a team.
yeah, and if you really want to get my attention, then just private message me. I read all of them. Because like sometimes people add me in the channels, and I don't know fucking why, but my Discord just doesn't highlight it at all. So you know.
Yeah, dude, me neither. So, yeah, I've missed people too that way. It sucks.
Yeah, like every now and then I will see like the little red square with number 2, and I scroll through the channel, and I spend like fucking 10 minutes scrolling, and I just cannot find when the fucking mention is.
Oh, me too. And then it pisses you off. You're like, someone's talking about me, but I don't know who the fuck.
I'm like someone, it had to be important, and now I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, it's really annoying actually.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let me show the art assets while I'm at it.
Okay.
Whew! It works. First time. So yeah, Falco, check.
Oh, you're on the.
Yeah,
Shit,
I'm
okay,
doing
hold on.
it through the stream because I don't have
Oh,
better
I just
control.
want to.
Yeah. Okay, so basically the blockers from my side were more environmental interaction, and more colors. So I mean, I'm still trying to as I was mentioning the journals, they have a pretty good description of additional things that I will be adding, so I'll be going that direction. But for now, we have some glowy plants finally added. Oh my god, not this shit again.
Nice.
And then some hidden traps. So like, you know, we can have some bandits in the old caves that scavenged some hardware from the ruins, and they have those like primitive pea shooters essentially.
Oh yeah, that's
Those
good,
are those are art assets for special effect that I will be doing today on stream. It's gonna be basically like multiple of them rotated and offset around the center and like scaled a bit, so it's gonna be looking like it's like, you know, rotating around the tip of the particle. So it,
Oh, that would look great. We should have Jacob script that up, though. I guess
I'm gonna do it in Spine, and then you're just gonna have like animated object that you can attach.
Oh, it's gonna be a spine animation. Oh, that would be cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here for you to do that. Actually, I'll stick around.
Yeah, that's I think that's the best way to handle animations. Essentially, have it like as a spine object.
Yeah, no, it is actually. That's the least amount of work is to just let Spine handle it, and we just call, you know, like, dude, you can play it from the toolkit. Just mouse over it and push the play button. You know, that is the easiest way in our workflow is to animate in Spine. Just because of how much I optimize that shit.
The second thing is the turret. That is gonna be like in the ruins. So
right.
It's like, you know, it replaces a segment in a wall and it shoots.
We should make that like really specular, I guess. Or is there any way we can make that more like silver looking? Or will they be able to see that?
I wanted to I will check with the
Well, I guess they'll see it with like spec. You know,
Yeah.
how would they see that?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, like a color variation. Yeah. I'm thinking.
That looks pretty good zoomed out. Yeah, it does. It looks good. Cool.
Alright. So yes, I'm gonna be finishing those things, and then I will sync up with Pritam about his progress. And yeah, that's basically my update.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, you're back on screen. Oh, and we have Andrew here. Hi, Andrew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's been here a while actually.
He's muted.
So
He's muted though.
this week, I'm still working on the build server shit and stabilizing the build that has been destabilized since a lot of time elapsed, and then we're no longer on the latest QT, or we're no longer on the latest macOS Mojave. So I'm still fixing the build issues there. I didn't get to work that much this week because I kept having to go to fucking doctor's appointments and shit for Loren. But baby's literally about to fall out. So, you know, during paternity, this is mostly what I'm going to be doing. I have like a stack of shit for like the Vulcan books and shit, for all the badass shit I want to be working on. Oh yeah, so I think I told you guys the whole point of the CI shit I'm doing. I don't really want to show a screenshot because someone fucked us over and leaked our build server last time. But anyway, the whole point is that we have certain people working. Basically, I'm trying to push more towards having portions of ES, like different components, be open source and allowing people to contribute to it. Like what we did with the VMU source code and having a couple guys do like the PSP build and the web build and all that shit. So part of the problem is our ecosystem is we didn't have any way in the build server to basically work together and share code without giving them full source code to our engine. So I'm kind of dividing things up, you know, so that we can actually get more fan and community involvement, so we can get more shit done in parallel. But in order to do that, I need to make it so that the people who are doing, like the fans who are doing like the PSP shit and like the WebGL shit, they need to be able to make sure on both ends, they need to be able to commit to our local build server and make sure they didn't just break the Dreamcast build and shit. Basically, I want them inside of our CI environment because people like me, I don't have time to make sure I didn't break the PSP build, so it's in my best interest that that's basically automated so that I get an email like, oh, you broke the PSP build with this change you made on Mac. You know what I mean? That's kind of the trick to how we can manage so many platforms without it actually killing us, is how good our CI is, and always making sure every line of code that gets checked in gets compiled on everything, you know. And yeah, we definitely want to take care of that to allow other people to contribute to the project, which has been fucking fantastic. But also to help keep us grounded and sane, so that every other fucking commit is not just breaking the Dreamcast build. I mean, back in the day, we didn't have CI, and it was fucking, so miserable. It was me working on a MacBook Pro like this, and most of the team was on Windows, and they'd be like, oh, this build has a bug. I need a new build. And I would have to dual boot back into Windows, make a Windows build, send it to them, boot back into Mac, you know, work on that. Like, oh, it didn't work. I got to go back to Windows, you know. So
Oh, dude, remember when it was like some fucking... I had this retarded ass graphics card, some server... fucking...
Dude, that is some shit that will never happen again once we move to Vulkan. That's why I'm so excited. Like, yeah, we had so much, and we still do, so much OpenGL shit because we're pushing OpenGL so fucking hard. At least OpenGL 4.1 on a Mac, you know. That's why I'm excited to be moving to Vulkan pretty soon.
Yeah.
That will never happen. I need to run the restroom, sorry. I'll have to piss myself with excitement for Vulkan.
Yano Cat, hey. Nice to have you here. As you can see, excitement developments in the band. So yeah, shit, Andrew, come on, talk with me. Your microphone is definitely not working though, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was a static photo.
Oh god, yeah, that's just...
Oh.
Yeah, okay, I see. You speak in the binary chant. I understand, please.
Does it work?
It does work at least. And you're not staticking anymore.
Okay. How's it going?
I mean, yeah, just went through the update.
Yep.
So, you know, there's nothing, nothing much except that.
Starving. Oh, did someone just join?
Yeah, we got a bunch of people.
Oh, nice. What's up, guys?
Glad to have you here. Guys, do you have any questions?
Yeah, do you have any questions? By the way, if I have to drop out to eat, I'll still be right back tonight. I'll probably be up late working on this shit. I want to have this build server shit taken care of. I can just focus on like some badass shit.
As I said, I will stay and I'll be big starting for like another hour probably. So the hangouts will be on. If anyone wants to join, feel free.
I want to try to when our kids, when Loren goes into labor, I want to try to like get fucking like film just her like.
Like
I'll share it. I'll share it in nothing graphic, but I'll share it in Twit or Discord.
Like do the slow pan and threaten to show her vagina or something? Traumatize her?
Yeah. Not like that. She would not fucking like that.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking hungry.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's such a weird fucking thing that you're gonna be father. To be fair, like I still cannot get over the fact that I'm 27. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, don't mind me. I'm about to be 30,
oh
dude.
fuck!
Well, whatever.
Oh!
I don't mind it, dude. I fucked up a lot of my 20s, so I'm happy to be 30.
I was actually yesterday. I was like doing a little bit of like a recap of my life, like. Yeah, like, you know, yesterday on Patrick's live, essentially. And I was going through all the years, like, you know, when I joined Elysian Shadows and stuff like that. And, man, I think I can so far come to the conclusion that 2016 was definitely the worst year of my fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the time after I left, you know, after I left Alabama. And after like we knew that like it was before we finally admitted to ourselves that this is just gonna be way harder than we expected, but just after the backstab from Tyler, like that was the fucking worst year of my life.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
miserable.
but you just had an anniversary.
Yeah, I was like, I think Facebook reminded me or something, and I like that triggered my like, oh my god, no.
I saw it on LinkedIn for the last few years. Congratulate him on still working on you now.
Yeah. That should be fucking wait, where is it? I want to add this fucking image to our live stream.
Dude, have you guys seen the game called Factorio?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
What about it?
like, dude, it looks pretty good, and a lot of people are really excited about their Lua engine. But like, I'm just gonna say, if people are fucking excited for Factorio, oh, just wait until our fucking Lua API goes public. Just fucking wait. Like, and Factorio is awesome. Like, I would say they did their Lua API looks fantastic. I would say, you know. But like, yeah, that's why I was talking with Psych Boy. I was talking with him about trying to get our API docs public and published, so that you can see like what basically what the workflow would be like to use ESTK, what it would take, you know, to write a behavior script, and you know how much power, you know, you have to play with through our Lua API. I wanted to actually make those public, and also for the EVMU documentation for the Lua API there.
Hey Falco, check the live stream.
Share the live stream? Oh, you motherfucker. What the fuck? I didn't realize what the fuck is that doing, man. But yeah.
Oh.
Ever do. Oh wait, didn't Jeremy have some progress on a new track?
Shit, I think he did.
You wanna have,
No, he was...
Do we want to? I mean, if he's
Oh,
not
well-
here, do we play that for everyone and report audio?
It
progress?
wasn't like, wait, there was like a, wasn't there a track?
You had some some in progress loop.
Shit,
So
I think I missed
audio
that.
side's going well. Jeremy's working on a bunch of stuff. He's not here right
Yeah.
now to show it, but
I think I missed that. No, it was that expedition log. You know, so that was the logs that I was talking about. But shit, I could like totally play that thing.
oh really? What is that? Oh, is that all it was?
Yeah,
Expedition
I
log?
think it was that. Should I play it on stream? I wanna play it on stream.
Saturday night broadcast. Wait, hold on. I think way further up he did share something.
I mean, if you can like find the... Oh, there is... no, there is... That's my...
Jenkins.
I'm not live streaming our private fucking Discord, am I? No, I'm not. Jesus.
Oh shit. I mean, not that we really. I don't think.
I mean, like, I mean, there could be like a link to our private repo, you know?
Okay, last boss spoiler.
Yeah. Like, hey, here is the repo to the source code of everything. Oh shit! Wait, webcam. Jeez, I was about to light a cigarette with a webcam on fucking Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. Holy shit! I almost got as banned.
Yeah, okay, I can't find it, but he was definitely working. Expedition Log 1, maybe an audio series on.
Yeah, I could play that one. Have you listened to that one?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
Okay, so
I was at work and I didn't have headphones, so I never.
okay,
heard that shit.
I'm gonna play it. Just keep quiet because that's gonna be through all the audio
Right.
together. I have no way to control it. So I'm gonna play for the stream in 3, 2, 1.
Expedition log, year 1024, June the
Oh, that's so
2nd.
quiet.
My name is Magister Gerard Remnizov, and I'm a Magi archaeologist at Asphodel University, and I'll be leading up expedition number 8742-1. I'll be accompanied by Professor Geologist Frederica von Schatz and her 2 students. The purpose of this
I don't think they
expedition
can really
is to
hear
study
it very
newly
well.
developed cave systems and ruins that were uncovered during a peculiar earthquake roughly a year ago now. Said event is believed to be of magical origin, and as such the university has assigned 2 spell knowledge to this expedition. It's with a heavy heart, but also a tinge of excitement that I'm leaving the safety of university's walls and venturing into the unknown. We are scheduled to leave
dude, I
at
don't
0900,
think
and
they
our
can hear it, it's
destination
fine.
is
They can't?
the town of
Shit.
Loren, the closest pocket of
I don't
civilization
think it's a
to
little
cave
too low
system.
for me to hear it.
You were talking about spoilers. Here's hash ES backers. Check out that spoiler.
Which spoiler?
Oh,
you see
that's
it now,
cool.
huh?
That's fucking cool.
Whoa, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
I know, but at least you fucking heard the audio. Shit. I'm gonna leave it up to Jeremy too, because
Did you hear Jeremy finally asked me, he's like, so, how do you play a sound on a VMU? I'm like, oh, I knew this day would come. I wonder when you would ask me that question.
Ooh.
Make a VMU that has a sound card.
Yeah. basically you have 2 integer registers and you just write to 2 ints, you know. And depending on what the values are, that's the frequency that's outputted from the piezoelectric buzzer or whatever.
I mean, so you could get a melody going, right? Like, it's not like you have only 2 tones.
Oh yeah, no, you have definitely more than just 2 sounds. Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, it's hard to make something that sounds really good, but yeah, you can. Yeah.
I hear it back. Oh god, your shirt looks like shit.
Oh, I know, dude. Look at this shit. That's how buff I am that I just fucking like blew out of this shit. Just like hulked out.
I heard back in the days of the C64, if you wanted to have like sampled voices or like sampled sound, you would have to actually stop everything on screen, then the CPU would do everything.
Yeah, fuck that.
Good times.
So given how different Windows and Dreamcast architectures are, how does the ES engine make a Dreamcast build? Does it like recompile a lot of coding? Since its GPU, for instance, uses a different language as opposed to like OpenGL. Yeah, okay, so there's different builds. You know, we have, you know, you can't run the Windows build on Dreamcast. We actually have, it's a different file, you know, the different executable format that will run on Dreamcast.
Maybe you can't
GL or anything, you're right. I mean, the code at the low level is different. It doesn't use OpenGL or anything like that from the desktop version. It's like a custom GPU driver written like half custom and half part of the Callisti OS, the Chaos homebrew development SDK on Dreamcast.
Damn it, Falco, you gotta make a better Dreamcast so you can run the Windows version of the Dreamcast.
There's no fucking way, right?
Run it through an emulator.
No fucking way. Dude, oh. I mean, that's half the fun, though, is how much can the Dreamcast pull off? Like, that is, you know, that's gonna be... That's a loaded fucking question, you know? It's gonna be awesome to find out. Like, I feel like more than most people think it could, you know?
You could probably emulate at, like, 0.03 FPS or something.
Okay, as long as it runs.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 0.3 FPS would be fine. But I mean, ES is a very interesting project because there's not many projects out there where you can have the same game on one end of the spectrum be running shit like dynamic lighting, and it could be fucking ray traced shadows for all it fucking matters, and at the other end of the spectrum scale everything back to nothing but like quads, you know what I mean? More or less just fucking sprites, right? So there's a lot that there's a lot of room in ES before it messes with gameplay, you know? So ES can scale a lot. That's kind of the cool thing about that kind of aesthetic.
Yep. Oh, there are like more people coming to Twitch. JMOG. Hey, we like gathering people.
Oh shit, it's Thel.
Wait, who's Thel?
Oh, it's been a long time. Long time. Oh, I'm pretty sure he was the web guy at one point. And he was good.
Oh, damn. Give me a sec, buy a break, and I'm gonna make myself some tea because...
Good.
Yeah.
You're going to
I'm gonna
what?
make myself some tea and get a bio break.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm about to have to grab dinner, but it's cool.
I'm gonna leave...
So, I'm working on... hey, do you guys use Godbolt? I only now just found Godbolt, and Godbolt's pretty fucking good.
Fuck, I'm gonna leave the camera on.
Okay, that's fine. Everyone at AMD uses the shit out of it, so I've been using it for some template shit. Basically, by the end of the night, I want the shit compiling on everything so I can test a bunch of OpenCL shit I was doing. Hopefully before Patrick leaves, so that I can test, because this thing is AMD GPU and Mac. If I could test AMD GPU on a Mac and Windows, like NVIDIA, whatever the fuck Patrick has in one night, that's a pretty good, you know, for getting the rebuilt stable, that's pretty good actually if you can confirm those two. Then usually if you have two completely disjoint OSs and hardware vendors like that, if it runs fine, chances are probably Linux is just fine. But you know, we have more people nowadays associated with the team who runs the
So
Linux
has your
version.
team noticed a decline in like bug reports since you joined the team?
What, in AMD?
Yeah, with the drivers.
No, I haven't written that much code for the driver, actually. I got pulled off. They wanted to make, basically, they found out I'm really good at tools for like the SDK shit, you know? So I got pulled off to help redo an AMD debugging tool that's like really important, you know? And I'm giving them a lot of code from ESTK. It's actually pretty funny. So I'm actually in tool land right now at AMD. I'm not actually working on the driver right now. But I don't know. I kind of like it better because a lot of the driver work is just fucking debugging through code that you didn't write for games you don't have the source code to, you know.
By the way, the bug report's probably gonna go down.
Half of it's like fucking just bullshit that I don't really like that much, you know. Whereas like the tools stuff is like I'm building and architecting shit, you know, even if it's not that graphics. But no, it's still graphicsy because you're still interacting with the driver and the hardware. So I don't know. Oh yeah, my bad, Thel. You were sound. Oh yeah, it's been a long time, man. You were one of the few people who left the team on a good note. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah, dude, it's been a long time. I always feel like a dick because one time I went to a gaming convention and a guy was like, are you that guy from YouTube? I'm like, yeah, I'm Adventures in Game Development. He's like, oh, you're never gonna remember me in the morning, but my name is blah blah blah. And like, this dude was so insistent that I would never remember him. And like the next day I remembered him. I'm like, dude, I'm not that much of an asshole. See, I remember you, you know. But then I totally didn't just remember Thel completely, that he was a sound guy. So I guess I'm a piece of shit. My bad.
I'm not too much of an asshole. The problem is I'm not very good with memory.
Yeah, right. That's really what it is. One thing, is anyone in this chat planning on, or has anyone reserved an Atari VCS? I was thinking about looking into that shit.
Oh, you're talking about the emulated clone?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like a new Atari console coming out. AMD did the hardware, you know, and it looks pretty good. So it's kind of been on my radar. I was wondering if anyone else had it. It runs like Linux or something. It's.
But what emulated clone doesn't?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, did you hear about this one emulator clone that actually uses code that says licensed not for commercial use, and they used it anyway?
Nice.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's
This
awesome.
is what happens when programmers pretend to be employers, you know?
Yeah.
Kind
Let me check some.
of like with the Xane license, they didn't know that the LGPL exists, so the license is called GPL2 with Lincoln exception. Yeah.
Trying to see if I can move any of my shit from the public Trello to complete, but fuck, I don't think I can. I had something that I talking about the. Oh yeah, discuss the ES comic book. Fuck, Jeremy's like, what is this? So I need to wait till later to mark that complete. You back, Patrick? He must have fallen in the toilet.
He's taking a swim there.
I would screen share the code, but it's not on this computer. It's on the Mac right now because that has the GPU I need to test on. So I'm not really working over here.
What's something funny that you wouldn't really expect?
What's that?
You want to know something funny that you really wouldn't expect, but
What?
Look at it, makes sense. A lot of anarcho-capitalists, they actually like Linux.
That's weird as fuck.
Well, maybe because if they like Central Plan, they'll buy a Mac instead. So basically, when you think of it, a Mac is more socialist than Linux.
Dude, yeah, maybe. I just use Mac because if I don't use Mac, then that's where all the bugs are gonna be.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of options.
I mean, like, I'm not the one on a Mac build. No one's gonna be on the fucking Mac build.
Yeah.
So I just kind of fell into the Apple ecosystem, you know, because it makes most sense from a logistical perspective. Same with AMD. At AMD, I'm the only guy on the team with a Mac, you know, so I'm kind of like keeping a lookout on the Mac builds. Not even that I like Mac that fucking much, because I don't like it that much. I don't really like any OS that much, but
It's like a where else can you go type of things, you know?
Alright, back. Sorry it took so long.
all right, cool. Okay, dude, I gotta run and grab dinner with Loren.
Alright.
But I should be up late tonight coding.
Alright, go stuff your face.
Alright.
All right, guys. If I do not come back, I'm at the hospital and she's giving birth.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here for like an hour, and I'm gonna be big
Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. You can keep streaming whatever. I'll assume if I come back, you're still streaming. I'll jump in. If not, I'll jump in voice
Alright.
chat. All right. Or I don't come back and she's giving birth, and it'll be a minute. See ya.
Okay, let's see if I can do this so we can see the.
I'll stuff my face too.
Sorry?
I said I'll go stuff my face too.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stay here by myself then.
I'll be here.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm not by myself.
I'm always here. Always in the background coding, dude.
Okay, mob crash chat should be a bit larger. Oh wait, no, that's maybe like this. Oh, that's yay, doing freaking layouts on the fly. Alright, that looks good enough. See, ain't that beautiful? I'm the best at layouting. Alrighty, so let us finish the things that have to be done. What's with the lack of trust for the new Atari?
For the what?
Because I'm reading the chat comments from NianoCat. I don't get the, you know, I don't have. There's talk about not trusting the new Atari. So I'm not sure what's that about.
Even though there was a new Atari.
Fuck, I didn't know either, you know.
I guess they're maybe remaking it or something. Atari VCS. Let's have a look at this.
Fuck it, I know. Alright, let me actually check my list of blockers. What are the things I need to do? That's a good question. So red production's done. Turret. Okay, let me actually export the things first.
Oh,
Well,
this is kind of interesting. It's basically an Ouya.
that sounds like opposite of interesting.
I mean, they're doing things a little bit differently. So, to summarize it, they're saying there's classic Atari games, hot new indie titles, and an open source Linux OS.
Alright.
So it basically is kind of doing what the Ouya was trying to do, just less in terms of hardware hacking, I guess. It's kind of interesting. All pre-orders and on Indiegogo. Oh, fuck that, dude. No way. Yeah, I can see why people say don't trust it, but it's already raised over £2 million.
Yeah.
That was last year as well. £250? RRP, what the hell? Oh, this is not going to be worth it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it is. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, You can basically just use a Raspberry Pi to do all the stuff that's doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know, pardon my lack of excitement. Oh, fuck, that's wrong. Dude, I fucking hate the old Photoshop, holy shit. I need to finish up paying my flat so I can get the sub back, because that subscription was really fucking useful. It's not gonna lie. That's good enough. Just a small correction, please. When I'm actually so thirsty, it's hard for me to speak.
This is why you should always have a bottle of water next to you, dude.
I know. I just made myself some tea.
Well, tea's gonna dehydrate you, so
Oh no!
that's why you combine the two, dude. I just had a cup of tea as well. Now I'm swigging some water.
Fuck. It's like the worst part. The worst part is that I don't have my favorite Mac here. Need to get myself, like, I had this awesome huge, like a liter mug, and I need to get something like that again.
See, for me, I don't like them because I feel like there's not enough tea to volume ratio usually. I mean, I like a really strong cup of tea though. I guess you could use multiple tea bags in it, but then it goes cold a lot quicker.
When you have a big mug, don't necessarily. But again, I don't mind cold tea. I guess it goes down to preference. Watching Qatar progress of last year's. Jim Joy, what the fuck is Tenzing? I mean, usually I have like just bunch of beer near me, but I ran out of beer, which is, you know, kind of sad. Let me actually have a say. That's the annoying thing about live streaming. I have to like keep reminding myself to turn off the webcam when I want to smoke. That's retarded. Plant-based energy drink. Someone was mentioning something like that to me, and I think it was... Is it like a Spanish thing? Because someone from my office was mentioning something like that to me. And I swear, like, you're not the first person who's trying to get me on some, like, plant-based energy drink, which I'm totally not against. Like, I'm open to such experiences. And, like, I've realized that for some reason, recently I just stopped drinking as much water as I used to. I have to drink more liquids. Like, I started getting those annoying headaches from being dehydrated. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, I don't know if I can get UK-based drink in Spain. I mean, it's possible. Like, things are getting international. There is this, like, I think it's called yerba or something. There is this, like, plant tea kind of thingy. Do you know anything about it, Psych? Like yerba or something like it?
I think I've heard of it.
It's like, it's like...
Oh yeah, mate, yeah, it's from like Argentina.
Yeah, it's like this herbal thing.
Yeah, I tried it, like, I know at my work there's a guy who loves it, he's from Argentina, he drinks a lot of it, but for me, I don't know if I just didn't brew it right or what, but, you know, I tried to do it in the gourd and do it alright with the metal straw and everything, and it just didn't taste right to me. It was really, really strong, quite bitter.
And from what I understand, it's an acquired taste. So it's supposed to taste shit. It's like coffee.
it's definitely not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they drink it like tea
But
over there.
apparently it's like mildly stimulating and pretty healthy.
Yeah, it just tastes like absolute shit, dude. I mean, I love tea, any kinds of tea I'll drink, but it's hard to describe it. So a really chlorophyll taste is what I got.
Like you just drink fucking tea made out of grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
I know
And
what you're saying.
I also got loads of like clumps of the herbs going up through the straw and everything. I don't know if that was intended. I assume not. I think it was just a bad product that I got, but still, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, like.
Even that way,
Mhm.
I was gonna say I might have got the one where you needed to strain it, and I might not have strained it properly. But yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah.
Weird substance.
Yeah, like I really need to re-examine my drinking habits because we have really fucking nice espresso machine at office. So I've been drinking a fuck ton of coffee and I switched to this Catalan tobacco here in Spain, and both of those things stain my teeth like a motherfucker. Like it's been only a month in Spain and my teeth got like really fucking yellow. Like I'm basically stereotypical British yellow teeth now, and I don't feel good with this. I need to.
We only have that stereotype because of the tea we drink, dude. I'm telling you. I actually had to cut down on the amount of tea I drink because I started to have that issue as well. It's fucking annoying, dude. But I mean, it does go away quite easy, like. But yeah, it is an issue. But that's one of the reasons I don't drink coffee as well, because I think it's worse.
Yeah.
I've seen people with really bad coffee stain teeth, man. Not a chance.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting bad. I need to figure something out about it because like that, it's getting like I'm getting to this age where I can't treat my body like shit anymore. Like I kind of have to start taking care of it because the habits that I'm gonna form now, that's gonna like it's kind of like the last fucking bell for me to get everything set before I start going to shit.
I hear you there, dude. I'm trying to do the same. Getting into resistance training again. I used to love doing it as a kid, but just never can be asked to go to the gym these days. I find it kind of boring, and time, obviously, I'm working on so much stuff right now.
Dude,
so
same.
got some home set of weights and pump them almost every day, and that definitely helps. Dude, I forgot how much of a high you get from it. It's almost orgasmic when your muscles are burning sometimes. It's really.
Dude, I never had that. I had that only when I was on antidepressants. Yeah, like I never had
really
that's why I like that was the funny thing because I used to be quite athletic in high school, but not because I enjoyed being athletic. I actually really fucking I was really good at running. But I really fucking hated running because I sweat easily, which paradoxically, that's the thing which made me good at running. But I fucking hated it. The only reason I was doing it was to show that I'm better than everyone else. Like, it was purely a vanity thing, like...
I did the exact
It's
same
like,
thing,
I'm gonna have better grades than you, and I'm gonna be more athletic than you, and I'm gonna be better at football at you, and I'm gonna be at better parties than you. Like, that was the entire motivation that I had, and it's a shitty motivation, but hey, whatever. But I never had the fucking runner's high.
I think when I used to do quite a bit of cycling, I definitely got like a cycling high.
Yeah.
But
you got quads like a fucking motherfucker, like calves like a.
Oh, dude,
Jesus.
My legs got fucking ripped, dude, and they still are now. Like I haven't done much leg exercise properly in a long time, and they still stayed like pretty decent. So.
Yeah, you're like basically like a fucking Chun-Li with like thighs fucking bigger than human's torso.
The best thing is like when you start cycling and you're going up hills and it tires you, or you go long distances and you're tired. A couple of weeks after that, just keep at it, and then you can basically ride forever, and the bike's another part.
Dude, I was so out of shape. I have like because I'm living in Barcelona and I have slight uphill. Because I have like 20 minutes to the beach and like 10 minutes to my offices, so it's like still on the uphill, which you typically have on coastal cities. So I have like 10 minutes uphill to my work, and I was so fucking out of shape because for the past year I was just driving my car that even that got me like 10 minutes of walking on slight incline, and I'm like, oh god, oh jeez.
Dude, it's all the smoking, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as I started smoking, my health went out the window, my stamina's gone to shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I used to have to take breaks during sex, dude, to catch my breath, have a quick smoke, and then go back out again. Like, it did get
Time
kind
out,
of bad.
time out. Just gasping
No,
for
we're
like an asthmatic and like grabbing for inhaler, like.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
I've been trying to get back into cycling again to get my stamina up and my lungs and do fucking. Compared to when I was a kid, yeah. I wish I didn't start smoking ever. Stuck to vaping all my life, but whatever. Can you say that as you start coughing?
Yeah. Sorry. Oh fuck. I'm fine. I'm not. I mean, not.
It's poetic justice, dude.
Shut up. I'm a really healthy person. I'm totally not dying. Oh Jesus.
I mean, at least Twitch can't ban us now because we're technically anti-smoking.
I
Right?
mean, definitely. Like honestly, there is this funny thing about like every single smoker tells you to never start smoking. Like yeah, if you're a kid and if you're thinking about starting smoking, don't do that.
The thing is, I was never attracted to cigarettes either. And it was the only reason I ever smoked tobacco was to pack out my herbal cigarettes.
Yeah.
So like, and then I just got addicted to the nicotine in it.
For me, it was basically stress coping because I used to smoke like you know if I was out drinking vodka with friends and I was smoking like smoking to drinking, but I would never just smoke by myself.
I'd do that.
And then basically it was like started as a stress response for me. Like coping.
Yeah, I mean, when you're drinking, you want to have a smoke, even if you don't smoke. Like, I know so many people that hated cigarettes, but if they were drunk, they'd smoke.
Oh yeah, dude. This is so common.
I was the exact same.
So fucking common.
Especially because my friends couldn't roll when they were drunk, so I was like a guy here that didn't even smoke at the time. And it was rolling all their cigarettes with them.
Dude, I don't understand how can you not fucking be able to... Like, I roll my own cigarettes and I don't understand how you'll be in states when you cannot roll a cigarette.
I can roll anything under any circumstances, dude. I was like tripping so hard one time that it took me half an hour to roll something, but I managed to do it. So you can always roll it, always, but don't smoke.
Yeah, don't. Shit. I'm looking for a... Give me a sec because I think I left my fucking drawing gloves in the kitchen. Be right back. Can't fucking draw like that. Alright, back.
So,
Yeah?
Patrick, did you want to send me those assets and maybe like a blank map and I could start playing around with it, or?
I mean, alright, so let's first let's review. Can you send me a message on Discord so I can start sending you stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I was thinking, even just if you just sent me, like, you don't need to give me any permissions or access. If you just gave me the assets and some blank maps, I could just throw around some stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, I can give you. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you some mocks, which gonna be actually on a grid. So, if you're gonna use it as a background for like a file in Photoshop or something like that, then you can just send me the Photoshop file and I can integrate it.
Okay.
I think it might be a bit of a pain to set up with ESTK, and I'm not really sure what Falco would consider. But I mean, we can try it. But why not just send him a couple of tiles?
This is literally what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
literally gonna send him PNGs, but because I have okay, guys, attention on the stream. I'm gonna because I have those, you know, I have those mocks here that I can just literally save and give to people, and they can use as a background. And you know, it's
Alrighty.
Oh, there's some like a bunch of items and shit. Oh, those. Okay, so there's like a dungeon test, a mine test, some other dungeon. Okay, Discord.
And then you can split those, or
Sorry, what?
okay, I
What was
see.
the question?
Just wondering if you could split them up, or if they were already split up, or what the situation was. But I see they're kind of already.
I mean, I have them.
Split up.
I have them as a PSD. I have them as a PSD file, with like all the
Yeah.
layers. But if you want to just add assets, I can. Because if you're gonna start sending the master files of all the things, like I'm basically giving out access to all the art assets. If
Yeah.
it's for essentially like an artist, so to speak, or like a collaboration.
Yeah.
Like there is no need for it. I'm gonna basically just export you one-to-one screenshot of a scene, and then you can start adding. It's gonna be with
Okay.
Julian stuff. So first, I'm gonna send you access to the concept art, because that was public. Where is it? Yes, concepts. Get a link.
And then how about for sound as well? Do you guys need anything there, or are you guys good for that?
For sound we're good. Jeremy is actually
Yeah.
Jeremy took more of a role of project manager, simply because there's not as much sound requests right now. Our current blockers are level
Nice.
design, game scripting, and art assets.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, so here's first concept arts.
Awesome.
I'm gonna send you. So let's do a quick review. Deprecated from 2012. Obviously, this is not needed whatsoever. This is mostly just for the archival purposes, or poking fun at me on how shitty I was. Let me actually switch the scenes. Gonna do something like that. Okay, you will be I'm gonna send you for the Loren Mines forest. I'm gonna send the Loren
Okay.
Mines forest and Loren Mines forest, Loren interiors, dungeon. Yeah, basically like the Loren biome and also the Uni biome. Okay, so let's first start with the Loren biome.
Okay. Forest.
Give me a sec, this tea is fucking amazing. I was really fucking thirsty, holy shit.
I think I'll join you there, Patrick.
Damn. Dude, I think I'm gonna just talk about finish talking about the concept, and I'm gonna make you my next cup, because damn, I was good.
What are you drinking?
Shit, I forgot, but it's actually very nice tasting. I'm gonna make a tea and I'm gonna let you know. Like, it's not a tea I'm used to. It's it tastes more British even, maybe. Anyhow, quick review. Loren, as you can see, like Loren buildings are very beaten down. Like they are relatively well maintained, but but unfortunately, there is a sign of really old age showing, and basically patching on top of patching.
Okay.
More examples in other concepts, and the ruins have a strong emphasis on crystals, the sort of lines connecting them, the enemies.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, it's very crispy.
yeah, very,
for sure.
Later, Loren. Okay, so Loren mobs, that's already done. But the forest has this sort of like dangerous animals. The caves would have like a mutated rats
Okay.
with some crystals. There are also some like plants that are alive and snapping. This is actually not in yet. The Loren forest. Oh, that's some old shit. Doesn't matter. The ruins. Some old stuff. Okay, that's all when the art assets will be more useful, probably. Okay, so now just going to the art assets. Shit. Yeah, working on one monitor is really annoying. Okay, let me switch here. Boom, boom. So I'm gonna send you first. How to best go about it? Can't just do a screenshot, can I? No.
I'm assuming you're talking about stuff that I can't see right now, right? Because I'm in the Loren Runes files and all that folder and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I see.
Yeah. I'm right now. I'm just like exporting assets that I have. You can see it on stream.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, I need to.
Thank you, by the way, for doing that.
I mean, it's gonna be useful for other people that they will want to.
Yeah, true.
Join. What is my fucking doll? Here you are, fucker. Get on top. Okay, so there's gonna be Julian for scale. And I'm gonna save it as PNG. Loren Mines dungeon mock. Oh my god, that's Greek. Okay. The exciting live stream of editing art assets. Baby. The world of game development for ya folks. So some of them obviously will be, not super aesthetically whatever, because I'm also putting art assets on it. Actually, I can probably disable most of those things, so you can have like a slightly cleaner background. Maybe. Yeah, I definitely don't need this. You don't need this. It's called the GTF. Those things can stay. Alright. Sorry. Okay, so this has a slight issue of not being aligned. Let's fix it and move our doll. Okay. I'm gonna also send you screenshots of enemies. It's a good idea.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a drink.
Sure. Loren Mines mock save. Okay, so that's the mines. I'm gonna do the fucking Photoshop. Go to Loren Town. Insights. Do I have mocks of insights? Sure hope so. That might be an issue now. Okay, so now it's gonna be very exciting because you guys won't gonna see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Oh, this doesn't have many marks either, though. The insides. I have an idea how to go about this.
Right.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're not dead. Loren Insights Tavern Mock. And then also... this is all like literally fucking glued together, ain't it? Disgusting. Okay. Alright.
Looks beautiful on my side.
Yeah, I can yeah, I know I'm not screen sharing anything at the moment. Because because of the streaming setup that I have. Like I don't want to screen share my entire screen because that's rather dangerous. And so I'm screen sharing like an actual Photoshop window. But because of that, right now I'm editing multiple ones and I'm like exporting assets for you. So unfortunately, you know.
Oh, you can like set what application it's set to, so it's not to look at your desktop
Yep,
or anything?
that's basically what's
Nice,
happening.
nice.
I'm screen sharing the contents of specific Windows.
Yeah.
That sounds redundant. And right now I'm preparing more precise mock of not precise, but like an empty, like I have a field scene of Tavern of Loren Insights for you, and now I'm doing like empty room. Wait the fuck?
And do you have maybe some finished ones too that I could compare to? That way I don't go like too crazy.
Yeah. I have.
Go off the.
Yeah. So let me send you the files, and you will see exactly what you're gonna get.
Alrighty. Yeah, take your time.
Empty room. And if you will need anything else, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be insights. Now I don't want to save anything. Now I want Loren. Okay. Where's my doll? Patience, I'm almost done. Last two screens.
Yeah, no rush, take your time.
And I'm actually gonna put it in the... I'm gonna put it on Google Drive.
Okay, perfect. Good idea.
Forest mock. Loren Forest mock no trace. Alright, so those are going to be one-to-one mocks, meaning that, you know, obviously they are everywhere, everything to scale, and it's in one tile is 32, so it's a 32 by 32 tiles. Oh, this is not cut. That's slightly embarrassing, but that's fixable.
And then I guess we're welcome to like create assets that are 32 by 32 throw them in there and try them out.
Yeah,
kind
so
of thing.
basically, if something is interactable, it's gonna be an object anyway. So the in terms of objects, you're not really constrained to anything because we're gonna have those separate from the tiles. But if it's something that can go on the tile, it's non-interactable. Then yeah, it's good to stick to 32 by 32, and also remember that we have we have rotations, flips, and also we can have angled tiles at 45 degrees. So we have ramps.
Oh, okay.
Also remember a couple of other things. In terms of tiles, we have to normal map them. I mean, I will take care of normal mapping. But that means there are certain stuff to consider. Like if you have a situation sheet. Let me show it. So wait, let me show. Let me try to do it in a certain way. Okay, so I'm gonna screen share on Hangouts so it's easier for you to follow.
Okay, perfect.
Share screen. Where is it?
I think it's just beside the red button, isn't it?
No, I'm looking for a specific window.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Because OBS, Mob Crash, Blizzard button, Firefox, sharing indicator, Reddit, rent as for a forest. That's not what I want. Ooh, what if I... Come on, I want Loren Mines. Loren Town for a forest. Maybe a different shot will work? No.
Awesome, yeah, I see it.
Okay. No, this is a fucking... Fuck, this is a folder. That's retarded. God damn it. Fuck it, entire screen. Bullshit. Okay, so enjoy the view to the matrix. So because we have two normal map tiles, there is issue when you have situation where, for example, let's say I have a wall here, yeah, and like imagine. Wait, let me build it better. Oh, this is a good example. Wait. That's dungeon. This is a good example. So you can see the structure, right? So here is our floor, right?
Yeah.
Here is wall. Here is another wall, and those are slight extrusions.
Okay.
And those extrusions are actually a separate layer. For a very specific reason, because we have a 3D geometry. So in a 3D space, we are actually designating this tile as facing this side. This is a wall. This is a floor. This is like pointing in 3D space up. Yeah. And this is pointing in 3D space to the side. And now there is a trick where. Come on, what is that thing that I disabled? Is this? No, it's not this. Fuck. I disabled the... here it is. Okay, and now this tile is actually facing up, but the normal mapping for this like those little things turns them to the side. But yeah, cool. But now that there is and that works because this is like the plane is just next to it, and it's like not that big of a problem. But if those extrusions would be going all the way here, like going basically all the way here, so I have now, and let's say like this is like this is like a rod,
Okay. Yeah.
Then we have the problem because the depth can fuck it up. Like like let's say this is very, very badly driven. I'm drawing with a mouse. I'm retarded, but I'm trying to make a point. So like if that will be a single tile, then basically this has to face this way. This also has to face this way, but it's not right next to each other. But there is no easy way for us to tell to the lightning engine that it's not, right? So in those situations, basically instead of doing this all at the one tile, I'm doing instead of doing this cat as one tile, I'm doing this as a separate one, and then background is designated as a wall. This is designated as something facing up, and this little thing that goes down is not a big issue because like this is still going to cast a shadow on this wall. Got it?
Kinda. It's very complex, that's for sure.
Yeah, so welcome to development, welcome to Elysian Shadow Set development and the explanation why it's taking us so long. Yeah, but basically you need to think about the fact that with normal mapping we can alter the direction the specific pixel is reflecting the light. So we are sort of altering its orientation in 3D space. If you would think about one pixel, but like one little square of substance. So we can do rotations. And we have a displacement, but I still need to do some experimentations. And basically, we are trying to build a 3D-esque environment with our 2D engine. Which is it's not a rocket science. It's just it requires.
So basically, you're just saying like the lighting engine takes care of how it knows if it's a wall or if it's
but it's our job to tell it. It's our job to tell it that, and it's our job to make sure. It's our job to make sure it's us. Yeah. So so for example, let me show you the art assets that enable all the magic. Here you go. So you can, is it showing on the stream? Can you see bizarre colors?
Yeah.
So basically, this is what I was talking about. Those are those, extrusions, right?
Okay, yeah.
And this is the normal map. And now I'm going to blow your mind. Where is channels? This is, so caution. This is not a exact explanation of how normal maps work, but it's very workable for an artist. Here is your red channel. Wait, let me make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Okay. Yeah, here is your red channel. The whiter something is, the more rotated to the right it is. The darker something is, the more rotated to the left. So basically completely dark pixel, so on the scale from 0 to 254 would be, would be black.
Now, can you actually imagine what it would look like just by looking at the maps?
Yeah. That's the other thing, and then you have this thing. That's actually
you get a medical brain that could just.
That's a very good. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, and basically the same. Like the green channel does the same thing. The actual explanation of how it works, the RGB specifies. It's a you encode a point in 3-dimensional space. So basically, you take the pixel as your origin point, and then in red, green, and blue channel, you encode a value in 3D space away from this pixel on like a vector of a length 1, that point, and then you draw a line from the pixel to that point in the 3D space, and this is the direction the light will be reflecting off that surface.
That's crazy. That's really cool though.
So it's really not all that hard to grasp, artistically. It sounds complex when you explain, but when you see it in the thing. So like those are the tricks that we can do. We can rotate. So essentially, we can rotate the pixels, but displacement in 3D space is harder thing. So that's when we actually use the engine for it, and we separate the tiles, and that's why we have both 3 layers of tiling and then also infinite amount of sprites that we can layer on top as objects. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop screen sharing because I have to go to actually put stuff in, for you to be able to access the things. Wait, what am I live stream? Okay. How's the chat going? I wonder. Wait, is the stream offline? No, the stream is not offline, right? No, we are live. Okay, I want to drive. Oh shit, no, this one. Fuck, that was a wrong window. That's a good window. My drive. ESMox.
So like all the walls and stuff, like any time like you were explaining to make like a bridge or something, it would require those normal maps. That's basically what you're saying,
it's
right?
a good idea to know how to how to construct. Like it's like we're gonna. Like I would say, don't really. I mean, like feel free to explore that, and we're basically will be going through it one way or the other. But you know, like the simplest things to start are basically standalone objects.
Okay.
And they're also like the more versatile, and those are the things that are the mostly needed really, because you know I have most of the, as you could see, I have most of the basic things of like walls and floors and different things. Now we just need additional objects to actually place in the world or modify them. So you know, like that's the bigger need currently. I just need to modify one file because by accident I exported entire tile sheet. Could it be this? No, maybe? Yes? Perhaps? Yes, okay. That, no, here. Boom. Smocks. Share the folder. Okay, and here are the mocks.
Awesome, thank you.
So I'm gonna actually show them on stream. Alright, bingo, that still works. So, Loren Forest mock is like your standard scene of a forest with some you know, with your little character, some grass, some ground, some trees, cliffs and stuff like that. Loren Forest Bear mock is the same but without the trees, so you have completely empty scene to do whatever. You can, if you can set yourself up a grid of 32 by 32 pixels, you can easily see, and you know, you can modify you can see how the environment is made, and you can actually see, if you can see how I handle the angles of the cliffs. Hello?
What's that, sorry?
Can you see how I handle the angles of the cliffs?
For the forest bear? Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about, angled tiles. The 45-degree angle is basically the front-facing cliff tile rotated like angled at 45 degrees from the bottom to the top, and then on top of it, and it's basically facing as a wall, and then on top of it is like a roof, so to speak, of grass. That covers the fact that there would be a distortion of a, you know, straight angle. And everything works perfectly fine with, you know, with normal mapping. It looks perfectly nice 3D. You don't really notice the, you know, the distortion.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the forest, the insights. Shit, I should have sent you the fucking Loren Forest town, but I don't have the mock for it. I'm gonna do late tomorrow. I'm gonna do some screenshots from that toolkit or something. I'm gonna build something for you.
Okay.
Loren Tavern is like your typical tavern scene, just to see the furniture style and stuff like that. And then empty room is basically the same but empty. Loren Mines mock is you know, like the caves that lead to the dungeon, and then the dungeon is the dungeon.
Okay, I see that one. Awesome. Okay.
Yes, that's about it.
So you're saying the mines lead up to the dungeons?
Yeah, you go through the progression is from the town you go to the forest, then you go to the abandoned mines, and through the mines you go through like older parts like caves, and then into the dungeon. And also there is as you can see from the forest, there are already signs of the fucking whatever it was. The dungeons. So there are like some dungeon walls embedded in the cliffs and stuff like that. So there is already is like already whatever it's called when you mention something before you actually start talking about it. Whatever you know what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah. I guess I know what you mean. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know the word for it either.
I know the word for it, and I fucking forgot about it. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm live streaming? I was supposed to be showing the pictures. I was showing the pictures. Yeah. But yeah. So oops. Here. So that's basically that. Yeah. If anyone wants to join in up on the art shenanigans, let me know. And basically the flow will be I mean like currently so yeah, I don't know, is it because I don't know your your art style, what you've been working with before, so I don't know like how do you judge, like is it something that you'd have fun working on, or
are you talking to me? Yeah, definitely. So that's why I was saying like more get a feel doing the environment, and then you're saying with the normal maps that I can maybe get into a little more when I understand kind of like you were saying, leading the forest leads up to the town leads to the forest to the mines. I'd have to get a feel for like how the game kind of works, and then I could move into maybe making some things and adding it myself.
Yeah.
After I get a feel for it. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Yeah. So yeah. Basically. Yeah, we're gonna start it slowly, and then if you keep enjoying working on we can start introducing you to the project, like getting you access to the toolkit and repo and etc.
Yeah, already. Awesome.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm not just I'm not like, hey, here is like the Git access.
Don't worry, man. I totally understand. No, I work in a company that does development, so I totally get it.
Yeah, we had like especially that we had like was it like a few months ago when someone fucking leaked the source code of VMU?
No way.
Yeah, because like shit, I'm looking for my Photoshop and I can't fucking find it. Because Falco was working with some other members of community on VMU emulator, so we had set up the entire thing on like repo on our servers.
Can you not like set up because I know Falco's really smart with databases and stuff. He could like restrict access to.
Yeah. That's basically that's why we haven't had literally everything leaked, because it wasn't like a access to literally everything. It was only the source code of the VMU. But still, like someone fucking leaked it, and the most retarded thing is that Falco was giving access to literally anyone who asked. Like, if you wanted to check the, worked on it, or build your own VMU, like shit, we have like constantly people on our Discord offering other help to how to get into VMU programming.
Nice. Yeah. I guess that's pretty dodgy though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I got do some turret. It's gonna be actually really useful for me now to show you some enemies, because I'm gonna be cannibalizing one of the enemies for a stationary turret. Oh fuck, the rotation would be a bitch. How could I do it smartly?
1 second. Top Photoshop on it.
Alright, so I have a okay. First I need to see the asset. I need to remember it, because I might be able to be really smart about some stuff. Oh, if I can do it smartly, oh, this is gonna be fucking penis hardening. Loren Mines, no, not pixel art with files. I want spine with files. Gorem, shooty. Oh, that's no, I want the pixel art. And I also. Oh, I can give you also that. It's kind of messy though. I know you might like it. Fuck it, I'm just gonna give it as a screenshot or something.
More the better.
I mean, it's sort of a line. Maybe a little bit of a bitch for you, because it's gonna be like, I guess it's mostly just like, let me let me first put the live stream.
No, you should just play with
I'm gonna
it,
put
right?
the live stream on first, so people can actually see what the fuck I'm doing for once. Like instead of instead of watching the frozen screen of the mines for the past half an hour. But that was fucking enjoyable experience. Am I right or am I right? So I think I'm gonna use this. Unlock, lock. You go here, and I want to edit you. Jesus. Okay, window, Adobe Photoshop, Loren, Crystal, bingo. To check this shit out.
Hold up, I got a million friggin' windows. One sec.
And not the
Lost my
most
place.
fucking glowing motherfucking
There we
shit you ever saw. Fuck it, have it on Discord too. I sent you like a screenshot.
Okay.
Fuck me, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just put on Kado, because I desire that fucking tea.
Don't blame you, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, so, Psych, are you still here?
Yes.
So, the tea I'm drinking is Twinnings of London, Lemon Puer, Smooth and Citrus, sorry. Yes.
Are you taking that black or is it green tea?
It's black. But it's actually quite nice. I don't know if you know it.
No, I haven't tried it. It sounds quite decent though. I might be able to find it.
I mean, it's like they say they're of London, so I assume it's a fucking British thing. It fucking better be, otherwise it's false advertising.
Yeah.
Alright, so Bradley, since we have a few minutes of relaxation before we're gonna see before I can have my kettle, I mean my tea, because of the kettles, I'm gonna actually show off some animations.
Okay.
So
Use the what tool do you guys use for that? Or did you make your own? Spot. Okay.
Okay, so I need to prepare for this. Share screen, not full screen. Share screen. Entire screen. Allow. Then. This is a very complex operation I'm running here. Holy shit! Dude, if you would see what's happening here under the hood, you would not believe it. Okay, so we want pixel art whip files, no, spine, golem, punchy first. Golem punchy. Initializing spine.
Is that a free tool?
Nah,
Or?
man, gotta get that license for this, like 60 bucks. Or 100 or 200, I don't remember. I bought it a long time ago. Okay, so let's see now if it works. Let's see. Woo! Okay, so can you see that on the Bradley? Can you see that on the Hangouts?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna disable the bones. Let me see, because I'm not sure what region am I capturing. Wow, that's messed up. Spine. I need you to like unfuck itself. Okay, no. That's way nicer. Actually, I'm probably gonna do it like. Screw it like that. Whatever. Okay, so our enemies are, as you can see, made on bones, which means that they are individual art assets that are put together.
Okay.
But that enables us to do some cool stuff, like, for example, that's the idle animation. And there is my kettle, so give me a sec. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, oh nice, my webcam was off. Okay.
Do you need a license to get Spine?
Yes, you do need the license, but you know, but you know, like first let's stick with the basics, and because making the spine is a bitch to get, and you know, while enemies are quite simple and special effects are quite simple, like standard assets, like if I would show you a Julian sheet that's It's a quite a thing. Quite a thing. So yeah, let's leave that maybe for another time. Let me just check something. Okay. Okay, so basically, you know, we have like our idle, then there's like a charge. So that I like that. Dude, isn't that like a fucking the most 3D shit you ever saw in your life? Bradley? Hello? Did I drop?
No, you're still in. Everyone's still here.
Bradley seems to be unavailable. Yeah. Back to the pixel art. I need to have more scenes set up. I mean, ideally I would have more monitors, but well, we do what we can. Okay, so I want to cannibalize this. Shoot the bot. Will that work? I guess the only way to do is to find out. Dude, genuinely, I think the worst part about having a small desk is that I don't have a place for an ashtray.
Do you have a place for a can of Coca-Cola or similar?
Nope, I have like also not for something to drink.
I was gonna say you can use that, but I guess not.
Nah, man, like it's a really ghetto setup. I'm living the dream of fucking indie game development while working for corporate, I guess. Ain't that grand, ain't that special. Dude, you're gonna love what I'm trying to do. If it works out. Okay, so now I need to conceptualize it. And what would be the best way to go about it? Top down. Crystal first though. I need some of that.
I have crappy internet.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the introduction. Back to spine. Alright. So we have animations in three directions. Here's another one.
Nice.
Which is basically like a charge, idle, and then we have an attack.
And it's all frame based.
Nope.
As I'm seeing.
Nope.
I'm guessing.
It's
No?
that's the best thing about it. It's all bone based. So check it out. I gonna have the
Okay.
idle, right? So here is my timeline.
Yeah.
Here are
Yeah.
actual bones. So
Uh,
now if I can remember how the fuck the okay, auto hotkeys. Let's say I want to animate the forearm, right? So let's say on this at this time it's gonna be here, and then at this time I'm gonna move it, rotate it, move it here, and I can like also change the the rendering order, so it can be actually on top of everything. So let's say here.
Nice. Oh, nice.
And then also I'm gonna do the draw order, and then I'm gonna keyframe it from. Actually, the movement's gonna be like here. It's like boom, and here I'm gonna do the forearm on top.
Nice.
Continue
That's cool.
So now it's like on top of everything. Delete this keyframe, and then it's gonna basically go down. So
Is this faster than frames?
I
Like, if you
mean,
were to
imagine doing this by frame.
Yeah. No. I totally.
Like now you understand why is it so much faster.
Yeah.
And now okay. So now let me blow your mind away. Let's leave the golem for a while, and let's show some big guns. Recent Julian. Continue without saving. This is the master file of all of our humanoid people. As you can see, it all looks like a skeleton. In here we have skins, which basically means they can change to completely different NPC, which means means that every single animation that you do for every single NPC is performable, but by every other character.
Nice.
Not only that. Not only
Ingenious.
that, the animations are also modular. So the torso, the face, we have facial animations.
Oh, nice.
Let me
Jeez.
front, head, angry. So basically, we have the animations are set up in multiple tracks for humanoids. So the enemies are a lot simpler because enemies are usually like. You know, we're gonna have like a one skeleton. Like enemies have more unique skeletons. You have like a you saw that golem. Like there is nothing else in the game that's gonna use the same skeleton. But humanoids gonna use. You know, all of the humans gonna use all of the skeleton. And the cool thing about it is that at the very end of development, I can duplicate the file, modify the very base relation between bones, like basically. Spread the hips a bit more and make the shoulders narrower, and now I have a female skeleton.
Yeah.
So now
Nice.
every single animation that
ingenious.
every single man can perform, now also woman can perform. Boom! Maximum equality achieved. Fucking, am I not the most
Nice.
progressive game developer?
No, that's
Okay.
genius. I've
Yeah.
never.
And we
friggin' thought
and we
about
also
that.
have multi-track. So we have head is separate. Then there is torso with the legs. So that directs the orientation of the body, whether it's front, back, or side. And then we have hands. So you can like, for example, carry an item, and sit and carry an item, walk and carry an item, stand and carry an item, jump. You can
Nice.
have multiple weapons equipped and perform multiple actions. So we have like basically, you know, all of that. So basically we have like angry, happy, you know, just idle, no,
Nice.
sad, shocked, suspicious. And the good thing about it, we can because we can fade between animations. So when we're gonna be switching, the switching won't be this sharp transition. It's gonna be the slow of like because you know because remember I'm recording a keyframe data, and it's a specific number of a scale of an asset, and we can interpolate between them. So we're gonna fade in, so it's gonna be like,
Nice.
and you can like modify the time of the fade, so it can be the very slow. Wait, where's?
Oh,
where's
cool.
my?
Yeah,
Where's my?
nice.
Yeah, okay. So it can be this very slow. And the cool thing about it, in UI we're gonna have like separate cam of like enlarged head of Julian and other party members.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like during and conversation, because there's also conversation somewhere. I have if I don't have that, I have that animation. Okay, I don't have the. I think for the side maybe. Okay, so I think I forgot to make that animations here or export it from the dev. Is it front post walk? I don't know. No, yeah, but it's gonna be like talking and stuff. So we have full facial animations, and then
I hate to use this reference because it's very controversial, but like old school RuneScape, how they had the like no's and yeses and surprises and like stuff like that. You mean like that, right?
Exactly. So yeah,
That's
so basically, there is, as you can see, there is a lot, and you can see how many animations there are. Like, hey, here's the list. I think there is. I think currently there is around 700 individual items in this list.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you're more than welcome to join in on making the animations, but it's gonna be an ordeal, and it's gonna be kind of like. I would suggest starting with static things and.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks fun though. Definitely want to get into that sometime as well.
And
it looks easy as heck. Like it seems so much not as simple whenever you guys are talking about it on the live stream. But now that you've explained it,
it really is. So
I mean, I'm sure it's complex, but like you make it seem very easy with the way that you set it up.
I mean, because the problem is because all of the animations have to be in 3 separate tracks, and they cannot interact with each other. Because if you have a track for a head, animation for a head, and you accidentally keyframe some hands, then when you try to play hands animation and that particular hand animation, because it's affecting the same bones, you're gonna get some fucked up results, and that's how you get animation glitches.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why that's why the naming convention is so fucking important. So you can see it's like back, hands, combat, spell, sword, spell, cast, down fucking to the every single description of everything. And then I have front hands, head, torso, legs, and then there are also poses. So there are some. Because there are some animations which just will never be blended with anything, like the side, let's say side pose, level up. Because you will never mix level up with anything else, right? So it's easier to just keep it as a pose. Okay. So that's like it indicates, or like sitting on the ground. You will never have like a. Actually, maybe I should separate it for the hands. Yeah, I should probably.
Like a sword sitting, maybe.
I mean action, right? So like drinking, I could make like a drinking animation, and then you could like sit and drink, and stand and drink, and run and drink, and walk and drink, dash and drink. Yeah. So, but like essentially, and here's like the sitting down.
Dash and drink. Yeah. Nice.
But there is basically the way I'm doing animations is that I'm initially doing them as poses, and then I'm cutting them into 3 separate, head.
Okay.
Yeah, because like head definitely needs to be cut apart from a pose, and I think pose still keyframes the head, so it's like you can see there are some vestiges. Like I was evolving the system as I was going, so like I think now that I go over the system again, I recognize that the poses might have to be broke down into separate tracks anyway.
Yeah.
If anything, just for consistency's sake. Yeah. But as you could see, enemies are much simpler. Enemies just have like a direction and action. Yeah. So everything for enemies is because and the other fucking amazing thing is that I can basically have like bunch of scruffy ass looking skins, and those can be bandits.
Yeah.
So basically, and then I never have to make any animation for a bandit, because they can use just main characters attack animations and spellcasting. So I have like we have like basically infinite amount of humanoid NPCs for basically free.
Yeah.
Because it's just a matter of hooking
so
those
awesome.
assets in.
Yeah.
And I have a specific way of doing them. Like I have basically like the asset pipeline. Like this is basically me being technical artist and geeking the fuck over the technicalities of our job.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's your, I know if you want to say something about yourself, like what's your background? Because I'm not.
Mostly programming, actually, not environmental. But I know that I didn't actually know that Falco gave away access to the repos and stuff. I wanted to maybe get in on the environmental stuff first, and then.
Yeah, I mean, like we're definitely, we're definitely open. It's just, like the thing is that we had bunch of really unfortunate interactions in the past, like with Tyler and stuff like that. So we're getting we're getting a bit cagey about it, but we still welcome any sort of collaboration. And like honestly my biggest I'm gonna be frank here, and please don't take it personally. Like I don't have literally nothing against you, or don't take it as an attack on you. It's just like sort of like just my feelings. Like basically, like the saddest thing that could possibly happen is that because I'm getting hyped, like fuck yeah, like man, like we got another artist, it's gonna be amazing, and I'm spending all this time like introducing you into the systems and like teaching everything, and it's a time that could. It's a development time, and then we work for a while. It's like few months, and then you taper off and drop off from face of the earth, because I've been for 7 years on this project, and that happened time and time again.
Yeah.
And because I understand that there is a lot of shit going on in life, and people burn down and stuff like that. So it's fine to say, hey guys, I'm going on like holidays for a month, some shit, or like there is this and this going on. Like we all have our lives, and we made the mistakes of going too hard. So now the priority is not burning out.
Because I work 9 to 5 for most of the week, like Monday to Friday. But otherwise, I'd definitely be willing to chip in as much as I can until I could get a little more trustworthy, as you were saying.
So we'll see how it goes. But it's like the what I was going about. So the pipeline system. So basically what I have, like you're gonna as a programmer you're gonna appreciate it. So my pipeline for the assets is as follows. I have a master Photoshop file with already arranged art assets in that T-pose and the side poses and stuff like that for like Julian and other skins. And I have also like the base naked human. So if I want to make a new skin, I just duplicate the entire folder of layers, and then I start going one by one and painting over. And then I can export those layers, and then I have also the proper naming scheme. So it's like this, like the side, arm, torso, whatever. I export layers as files. They keep the names of the layers, but they have also some prefixes. So I have to use a bash script to mass edit the names to remove the prefix. And then I put it into folder in spine, and then I duplicate one of the skins, and then inside spine I edit that duplicated skin into the names of those art assets. Again, mass replacement style with some clever command line bullshittery.
And this is all automated, or you have to do it manually?
I have to do it manually. I mean, like all of those things, like I have like I'm mass editing essentially. So it's not. It's series of actions that if I would be smarter, I could probably automate, but it's still compared to the normal frame-based animation, is like so space era that it's not even funny. So like genuinely making new NPCs is so fucking fast, and adding new animations is so fucking fast.
It seems really fun. Yeah, that's cool. That's good that it works that way.
And then because Spine is auto-generating its own atlases. Basically, at certain point, I cannot really normal map anything character-wise while I'm still working on an area. But what I can do once I do like a code freeze on an area in terms of new characters, then I can just export that as an atlas. Then take that file into Photoshop and then paint over normal map. and then boom, everything is normal mapped.
Nice. That's so
Actually, wait, no,
convenient.
that's fucking retarded. I have a better way to do about it. Here is the better way about it. I take.
I mean, I would.
I take. Wait, would that work? No, because I need an atlas. Yeah, I was thinking as but for testing purposes, what I can do, I can make I can take you know, the separate assets of, you know, the cat doll. So in Photoshop, I can like I can take the cat doll, paint the normal map as I would be. I can essentially treat a normal map as under skin.
Yeah.
And I think that would be good for testing purposes. I think. But for the game we would have to. I don't know. I need to speak with Falco. Maybe that would be a good way.
I guess yeah, you'd have to see how it
Good
works.
way. Because like one like the stupid way is like basically I normal map everything after I do a code freeze. So I mean like you know, like I'm no longer adding anything to that atlas, which, you know, might happen sooner or later. I mean, not sooner, but like might happen quite soon, because, you know, as I'm working on areas, there's gonna be a limit of how many fucking NPCs do we want, right? Because, you know, there's also other stuff
really?
to do.
Okay.
So, you know, there's gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna establish, like I say, we want like 20 different fucking, let's say like there's like 20 different downspoke, or maybe, you know, I'm getting to number 10 because I'm already at number 5 or something. And you know, maybe I'm gonna go to number 10. I'm like, hey, that's quite enough. Or or maybe I can say I can go up to number 10 and then be like, wait, I have so many variations that I could just make another skin as a combination of parts of different skins. And that's a free variation without even using any extra texture space. Just purely data. So this is like so fucking free. It's not even funny. Yeah. So basically, you know, like I'm closing up. I'm not adding any more to that specific zone. I have a frozen asset. Then I take it to Photoshop, paint over with normal mapping done, entire area. Boom. Yeah.
Nice. That's very convenient.
Yeah. So yeah, like basically, you know, like there is, like Elysian Shadows is my greatest achievement as a technical artist before I became a technical artist.
Nice.
And it continued to be since. All the like that. I shit you not. This is what I was bragging on my job interview, and this is partially what got me current job at Scope. Yeah, I was basically explaining my entire asset pipeline and how fucking like what can I do with with like just a single artist on a game which, you know, normally would take a studio. And, you know, like unfortunately there are some, you know, there are obviously delays, but the delays are not really because of scope. The delays are mostly because I was suicidal. So you know, let's you know, hard to fucking argue with that. You know, let's definitely look at the bright side that I'm still around.
Where do you work? Where'd you get the job?
Right now in Scopely, Barcelona. So they are doing mobile games.
Okay. Okay, cool. Is it Pixel as well?
Oh no, I'm technical artist, man. I'm
technical. Okay, sorry.
So basically, before I was doing the thing that got me the job in general, the thing that got me foot in the door was the fact that before. So essentially, what happened? Like after, you know, in 2015, I'm going to States. It's the Kickstarter era, right? We kickstarted, everything's fucking amazing. I finally got my visa sorted. It costed quite a bit of money, like, you know, like $1,000-something, but man, we did it. And that's supposed to be, you know, by this point, we've been working for like half a year since Kickstarter or something like that. And, you know, Farco was sprinting with the engine, like getting everything top fucking notch for us to, you know, build levels. I was going like super fucking forward with art assets. Like I went to the 5th biome. 3/4 of the game are basically started, and we can get into and ready. Tyler is supposed to be working on the gameplay, on the, you know, the fucking, what was he saying? It was like the fucking some fucking system. I don't remember the. like some sort of fucking master amazing system, and you know, so it's supposed to be amazing, and you know, I was supposed to be get into states, and then we like, you know, then we sync up, we put everything together, and we can release the demo, and everything's fucking amazing, and we go forward and conquer the world. And then Tyler bailed on us.
The dream, eh?
And it happened that all the masters that he was working on did not exist. And he took the server while we were asleep.
No way.
Yeah, and all kinds of.
I'm just gonna say what a
yeah,
douche.
and all kinds of.
Oh, you're asleep as well.
Yeah, and so all kinds of other shit. And then it turns out that we were actually running out of money because you know, I really don't want to get into stuff. But essentially,
no
like I'm coming back from Alabama to Poland, and you know, everything's fucking falling apart because you know I like, you know, me, Falco, all of us basically gambled our lives on us. Like we gambled our careers.
For sure.
We quit our careers to do this.
Yeah, because you guys all quit your job and like came together at one point, right?
Yeah.
To like work full time on
and that backfired spectacularly, and then essentially 2016 was the worst year of my life.
Wow. Yeah.
But you know,
well, I'm glad to see things definitely turned out
but you know,
better.
thankfully I lucked out. But you know, like that was the time when we essentially were like, okay, we genuinely, because you know, we tried to do sort of like odd jobs and do like mostly ES and do barely enough work to sustain ourselves.
Yeah.
But you know, that was like, you know, like now that I say it out loud, I realize how retarded of an idea it was. Somehow we thought it was a smart thing to do. Like it was, I think it was just mostly the guilt and you know, like that we basically massively fucked up all the lives, and you know, Tyler quitting on us. So basically, you know, we eventually realized that both of us need to get our life together, full-time jobs and stuff like that. I've got myself a job as a technical / VFX artist at VR startup in Cyprus. So I was working on a game. We actually released it. So you know, I find after fucking 6 years in game development, I finally released a game on Steam. So I have that going for me. Yeah, and you know. Oh Jesus! Who's raping the microphone? Guys. There's no need to be violent. I know someone will. I think you were scraping the microphone. Yeah, now. Yeah, you're doing this. Don't do this. Yeah, but you know, like that basically got me the job as a technical artist and stabilized my life. And now I'm basically, you know, that company closed, but I've got a job now here in Barcelona, so it's cool.
Nice. Sorry, did you say my mic's breaking up or?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's basically, it's as if you're rubbing it. You know the sound, like this.
Oh god.
Yeah. I mean, it's not now. It was like just for a while.
Yeah, it's probably just my. Is it still doing it?
Not anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I'll mute.
Alright. I just realized that most of the stream is just me talking and drinking tea. The fucking Elysian Shadows tea party.
Dude, it's the best tea party I've been to in a while.
Fuck, man, I've never been to a tea party.
Well, neither have I really. I've been to afternoon tea. You never had afternoon tea with anyone?
Is that working?
Yeah, now it's working.
Okay, just switch the XLR cable. I don't
know if I had afternoon tea. That's a kind of foreign concept to me.
You're missing out, dude. I mean, you get to drink tea and you get to eat scones and cakes.
I was going going out for a coffee, but no, never really for tea.
I once went for tea in this really expensive place in London called Harrods, one of the restaurants in there. It was so fucking expensive, and the funniest thing was I was there for like a business meeting, but the waiter didn't understand my accent because apparently I'm from the north. And I asked for a cup of Yorkshire tea, and he went, "What's that?" And dude, I swear I almost fucking punched the guy. Southern bastard.
He's wanted to be violent. Alright.
I just wanted my tea, dude.
Okay, so this is now a complex fucking operation I'll be doing. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gonna make it 12 layers. Now let's keep it 11. Okay, maybe 12. And I will try to make it in such a way that I can rotate it fluid in 360 degrees. You will see some. You will see some bullshittery. Continue with the story. Sorry, I just had to explain that for the stream. If anyone's even still watching.
Yeah.
Asai, continue the tea story.
I mean, that's pretty much it. It wasn't that interesting. But yeah, there's still people watching.
Wait, we have.
Essentially, it came down to I didn't get my tea, so I had to drink some crap instead. Dude, I couldn't believe though. Like, you don't know how much that one cup of tea probably cost me like £10.
Oh god,
that's crazy.
Wow, really?
Well, maybe not 10, more like 5.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's super expensive place.
Yeah, I mean that's still a little bit excessive.
I mean, it wasn't me. Like, I got flown down there, and it was like, "Yo, come here. We'll have tea. We'll have a meal." Cost like £50 per person for a meal there.
Oh shit! Wait.
And that was only like a 2-course meal or something.
Niadokat is praising my choice of tea. I feel touched. Sorry, I was very glad that I read that.
Let me know if my mic's acting up, because I can just mute while I'm not talking.
It's not acting up anymore.
Okay, just making sure. So, I noticed you had Guild Wars 2 bookmarked there since probably like 2015. Do you still play it?
Yeah, nah.
I noticed you've had that there for a long time.
Wait, where's my fucking Guild Wars 2 bookmarked? Ah, here on the fucking dashboard. At the bottom. Yeah, dude. I so haven't, man. Like I so haven't. I should though. Like they're fucking. I have like the last 2 seasons I haven't even fucking touched.
Oh yeah.
I just.
It just man, it got so boring after a while.
Yeah. Like there is just like the thing that they kind of fuck up on. I think is that. They just don't have the cool thing about WoW is that basically like every expansion your class plays slightly differently, right? So they have that going for them.
Yeah.
But of Guild Wars 2, they just didn't have that going on. There was not enough. Like there was like maybe every now and then, but not really that much of a new and an exciting content. Like in the compared to that, like. Honestly, Guild Wars 1 was fucking amazing, and I love the playstyle. I fucking love the playstyle of Necromancer.
Oh yeah.
And fuck, even World of Warcraft recently, like Legion was fucking dope expansion, and Mythic Plus, amazing fucking thing. But just like Guild Wars was like, and Falco was convincing me to like Final Fantasy, right?
Have you ever played it?
I haven't played it, like the Final Fantasy Online, and recently Facebook was like bombarding me with like, hey, it's like free to play now, come play it. Like shit, I mean like, okay man, like now you speak by tongue, like hey, I won't gonna hate on free stuff, so I'm trying to sign up, and like I'm trying to install it, and dude, their account system is so fucking risted. It's so fucked up. Like I literally rage quit. I never got to even character creation because to download a game I have to create an account. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna create an account. No, I cannot use that mail because I already had an account. Okay, can I log in? No, you don't know the password. Can you remind me the password? Sure, here is it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna log in. You cannot log in. Why? Your account is deactivated. How can I activate it? Fuck you. Fuck you too. Okay, I'm gonna make a new account. I don't want to bother to talk with customer support.
Yeah.
Just fuck that shit. I have 2 emails anyway. I can make a new one. Making a new one. Okay, I can download game finally. I'm downloading the game. I'm trying to log in. Fuck you. Create a new account. Okay, I'm gonna try to create a new account on the new mail that I logged in. Maybe the previous one didn't catch. Fuck you, this mail is taken. I'm trying to log in. Fuck you, you don't have account. Like, bitch! Bitch!
That's crazy.
They really should sort their account systems before they made that announcement. I was really excited.
Yeah, they advertise it so much on
And
Facebook.
I was really excited to try it.
It looks good, yeah. It looks good, yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm
Have
tempted to
you-
do it without the crystal because this is just too hard.
Have you played any of the ones on like the PS2 and PS3 and stuff? Or PS3, I guess, not PS2.
Nah.
No.
I'm not I'm not a huge console man, and consoles are literally non-existent in Poland.
Well, I don't think they made the Final Fantasy for PC, did like the old ones.
Yeah, I mean they were
The ones that I'm
remakes.
talking
They were
about.
remakes.
Oh, were there? Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a wall. Wait, okay, so how do I do this? Sorry, this is going to be a complex fucking thing I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, so like if you like watching and you have no idea what the fuck am I attempting, let me just show you something. Let me show you a link. A beautiful link, a wonderful link. Not this one. Embroildeviantar.org. Wait, as well. Okay, where is it? Gallery. It was somewhere in the gallery. Here. Bradley, are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching.
So check it out. Check out that boat. Isn't that the coolest fucking shit ever?
It's beautiful.
It's not 3D.
Honestly.
It's completely flat.
Oh really? Oh
It's
really?
not a 3D model.
No way.
It's not a 3D model.
How do you do that with
Imagine if you would took a boat from like this perspective right now, so like basically 3/4 sideway, and sliced it layer by layer like a layered cake, and then you offset the layers and you rotate each of them individually.
Damn, that's so cool.
The coolest thing about it is that I can basically make an animation of a like length 1, where I'm making of a length 360, where it just makes a rotation around one circle, and then you can set the time of animation and rotate to you can basically transition to the time of the specific time of animation, where the time of animation is the angle of rotation. Boom!
Oh my god. That's insane.
Boom.
That's so cool though. Do you know OpenGL and Vulkan and stuff like that, or is this through...
CG. So Unity, the Unity shader bullshittery. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. And then you can kind of export it to ESTK. Kind of thing?
Basically, what we're working on is Falco is working on like injection of custom shaders, and it's gonna be OpenGL. But honestly, I mean, wait, is it OpenGL or something else? I don't know. Whatever Falco is using, like honestly, all of the shader languages are more or less the same. The syntax is very similar.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump it in anyway. I'll start doing some cool custom fucking shit.
That's really neat. That's really neat, though.
Yeah. Shit. Let me show you something. Where is my? Was it Unity Hub? No, Unity Hub. I want Unity Hub. Let me show you a shader-worthed trip to Hamburg, and a stay at a really fancy hotel.
Yeah.
Wait, was that shader exercise?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
I don't remember if that was the project.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Yeah. I just clicked it. I just clicked it because I saw shader. I was like, I think it was this one. I'm not sure though. Give me the how again. God damn, why is it so fucking long? Yeah, that's the one. Alright, so here is my mobile shader of water. No, that's a geo, that's a shader. And the shader basically has, like that's the first pass, the second pass would be like, you know, it would be like generated geometry to the infinity with meat maps, with like fading, you know, complexity of the vertices of in the distance. But you know, that's to do in the fucking vertex shader, whatever. That would be for later. That was just for a quick art test, you know, like 2 hours of code, not more. Where basically, so basically I have a vertex displacement by sine wave, and then also, so you know, here's the controls for the sine wave, and then on top of that, if you want to be fancier, it also takes the texture. Noise texture, so on the red channel there is wave displacement in the height, and on the beat there is normal. Fuck, I don't remember. I would have to open the code, whatever, what's exactly it's doing. But it essentially has that. It has the, you know, I'm grabbing the depth pass to do the foam. So, you know, the foam is, you know, forming, and there is also some displacement, which is, you know, very basic. I just take what's underneath and I displace it by the normals that are animated through time.
Oh, nice.
But you know, like that's the stuff that I like.
That's neat. You did this all yourself, or is this just like a demo?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the geometry is not by myself. Like the water shader is the only thing that I done.
Yeah.
But that was the thing that I was interviewing for.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah. I mean, you know, technical art stuff, right?
That's so cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's like, it's honestly, it's really fun job. Like doing like, like the coolest thing is when you do like you have to make a custom mesh with very specific UV setup for a particular part, for a very specific particle effect that you have, because, like, you know, you also use some scrolling texture with the custom shader that you're writing, and then you're modifying the behavior of the particles by the script. Like, you just do so many different things. Like you do modeling, you do shader, you do 2D texture work, you do programming.
That's
like
crazy.
Everything at one job, and like it's so cool. Like that's the coolest stuff. And then on top of the,
I guess it gives you a good insight, like, for the whole project and how it's coming together and stuff.
I mean, and then on top of that, you are responsible for the optimization of the project. Like, you know, like the.
Really?
Yeah. Like currently the shit. I can't put NDA. There is a certain thing that I'm doing that is regarding that has to do with optimization. That is a part of my work. Yeah. But yeah, it's so you know, like one of the other things that, you know, was really useful when I was interviewing was the fact that oh, I have my webcam here. Shit. Dude, thank God Hangouts were on top because I was smoking. Avoiding ban from Twitch. Yeah. So one of the cool things was that one of my selling points for interviews was, you know, like working on Elysian Shadows made me very performance conscious, simply for the virtue of the fact that we were working on Dreamcast. So, you know.
Yeah,
considering considering you know, the optimization of the art assets and how we build UI and stuff like that. So it's all there.
Yeah, and also since it's such a small team, right? I'm sure you had to kind of try and do things the easiest way as possible.
It's not the easiest; it's the smartest, which is not necessarily the easiest. Yeah. Like let's be honest. Doing frame animation would be hella easier than the skeletal behemoth that I have. But the skeleton behemoth that I have allowed me, while it still was a bitch and I had to refactor a bunch, and I still have some broken things by the refactor that I have now to fix. But I essentially, because I was integrating the facial animations, because before I had I had baked in faces into the heads, and then I took them out, and then I also did some restructuring, like for the structure, because it was essentially the entire file became unbearable, so I had to do some cleanup, and that basically broke references to a bunch of assets, which now I need to fix. But it's a simple thing to fix. It's just a bitch. But you know, it's usable. It's just, you know, you have to avoid certain things, because like, you know, the funny thing is that Spine really doesn't handle missing references. It basically crashes literally everything around itself. It throws such a bitch fit. It's not even funny. Like I shit you not. I can crash ESTK simply by not removing an image.
No
yeah,
way.
because, you know, like Spine suddenly, like when Spine doesn't find an image, it doesn't treat it as a, like, it doesn't just it doesn't pass it or does transparency. It just shits itself, and it shits itself in such a phenomenal way that it drags the entire toolkit down with itself. Like, I swear to God, I'm surprised it doesn't blue screen your entire PC, honestly. You know. Like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, Spine is a phenomenal program, but my God, does it have some, like, good things.
Oh, well, that's every tool, though, like, honest to God.
Cool things. I'm gonna refresh my Upcrash because, like, I'm not sure if it's, like, yeah, I'm thinking just, like, people just stop fucking watching.
Yeah, it's been, what, 2 hours ago it was live?
I mean, we're live for 3 hours, actually, now.
Yeah.
And,
if you wanted to head out or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I'm gonna be closing because it's fucking 2 a.m. And while the stream
8 p.m. for me.
Yeah, it's fucking late, and while the party is really entertaining, I clearly cannot fucking focus on work, and I have some shit to do. So yeah, I guess Falco is because Falco left like 2 hours ago. So, you know, I guess Falco is with his wife, and he's currently in the process of becoming a father, and probably, you know, observing the quote unquote wonder of birth.
Yeah. Videotaping it, and yeah, so I can just ask you questions, I guess, through the Discord.
Oh shit, yeah.
If I ever.
Yeah, in general, yeah. Do you have anything right now? So, you know, you've seen the mocks, right? So you can. Do you have any initial thoughts, questions, concerns, shots?
So how do I split it up to where I can add the stuff to the environment? Did you include,
I mean, you can
separate sheets for
I
that,
mean,
or?
you can just load it up in your graphical program of choice and paint on top of a new layer.
Okay.
And then just send it to me with transparency or some shit.
Okay. Alrighty.
Or, you know, what program are you going to use?
Photoshop.
Yeah,
Photoshop.
So you can just send me the
Probably,
PSD file, because like, you know, PSD I can read PSD. So
and then all the layers and stuff will be in there. Okay.
And then I'm gonna integrate it into the main thingy and stuff like that. I mean, before integration, we should probably, I'm gonna talk with Falco and prepare all the documents for, you know, the rights and shit like that, because, you know, hey, in the end it's a commercial product and we need to figure it out how to go about it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Yeah, I think that's it. Really sick stuff with this spine. That's super awesome. The stuff you're doing with that.
Yeah. Alright, so thanks for everyone who stuck out for the tea party. It was a pleasure. It was a little bit more artsy than usual, but also a bit of technical, so, you know, there was that. Please do bitch at Brandon and Jeremy and Pritam for not showing up. They were supposed to show up. The weekly scrums are basically carried by me and Falco is, you know, becoming a father, so, you know, he can't be here all the time. And I'm clearly not as entertaining by myself. But apparently I'm very good at tea drinking, so there is that.
I'd say it went pretty well.
Anyhow, I had fun. I hope y'all had fun too. Good night.